Welcome to the Sir Ism Show. This show is all about male masculinity, female femininity, and being a real goddamn man. Holding yourself accountable, knowing everything is on you. Guys, it's not going to be easy. But this show will keep you 100% real when it comes to women and relationships. Welcome to the Macosphere! The no cap zone, the no BS zone. Get off your phone and go outside and knock you a nice young bitch, Jack. Something like that. You can put your flavor into it. Just a little real spill. No chilly cold blood. Yo, Sirism, spit that shit. Stay up while you put that game down. I'll see you at the top, Jack. Yeah.
Yeah, we in this thing. What's going on with you players, man? We in here, we in the Macosphere, the coldest YouTube channel in the game. I'm your host, Uncle Ism with the wisdom, man. We kicking a little game over here today, excuse me, about these 304s, man. Y'all love these 304s. Look at the little strippers, man. You know, they want stripper sympathy. You see the root word? Simp. Okay, so I'm trying to lace you players boots, and y'all always want to combat and battle me. But I'm Uncle Ism, man. I'm good. You dig? I'm going to keep diamonds up against the wood. I'm trying to help you players so y'all will get y'all a woman. Picking that woman is one of the coldest things you do in life, man. I'm telling you, man, that woman could put 18 years of misery on you. You know, and it probably more than that. Because if you have a kid with her, then what about when your kid have a kid? You know? Preschool, graduation, you know what I mean? Come on now. So picking that woman, man, whew, you might have to deal with that crazy bro for the next 40 years. Some kind of way she want to, you know, backbite you. Some kind of way she want to, you know, get you for your money or hit you for your taxes or, you know, some kind of way to extract some money out of you. Don't y'all know that's what a hoe do, man? A hoe extracts money out of a sucker ducker. See, so picking that woman, man, it's a cold thing. Might be one of the most important things you do in life. So we got this stripper chick right here, right? You know, y'all will go crazy about that. They got that fire red hair. She got them lips on her. Ooh, you boys will go crazy. Let's see what the top 5 things, you know what I mean, about this here woman. We're going to open up the panel in a minute. But let's check this out.
Date you, feeling like men treat you differently, all of that.
Yeah. Now, fellas. You don't treat a stripper or a hoe different. Come on now. See, ladies, when you decide to go to the dark side, see, you have made an oath to the game. You can't make an oath to the game and then you want to be like, oh, what's her name? Mia Khalifa. You know, she went into the porn game. Now she want people to erase that. Now she want people to forget about that. No. When you decide to go to the dark side, this is part of your life. See, you got to don't give a damn once you come to the dark side. If you're going to be a stripper, a hoe, OnlyFans, you got to don't give a damn and get your money. And don't be one of these broads that go minor league hoeing. Go pro at hoeing. Okay? Stop playing with the game.
Broke hoe is a no-no. See, wet pussy and your cable bill ain't paid.
Yeah. You can't be a hoe and you ain't get no paper. Come on now. If you a hoe, you got to get money. Go pro at hoeing. Don't be working at Target part-time. Don't nobody come to Target and start hoeing. So stop hoeing on that weekend warrior shit. Now, these women are strippers. Decent looking chick right here. But when you decide to be a stripper, baby, this is part of the game. Men gonna look at you different. And you players quit trying to make a whole housewife. What's wrong with you niggas?
And I've been through all those things. Feeling unattractive, of course, we work with a lot of beautiful women. It's a very competitive environment. So, of course.
See. I told you, players. The beauty is in the duty. See, all of the chicks at the strip club look decent. I mean, they all what? A 7, 8, 9, or whatever y'all want to give them. Ain't none of them no 3s or 4s, right? So that's just the look, brothers. But this woman grinds on men for a living. So if you ain't able to swallow that, if you ain't got a P bone in your body, a Mac bone, Macbone Bailey. If you ain't got a Macbone in your soul, you ain't gonna be able to deal with that, because in the back of your mind, you know this woman grinds on men. Well, I don't have sex with them. She still grind on sweaty men. And you don't know what happened back in the boom boom room. So, somebody proposition her, them bills is low, she might go ahead and do a little hand job.
Broke hoe is a no-no.
Okay? Let's continue.
You're going to have your times where your self-esteem is down, but you're also going to have your times where your self-esteem.
Self-esteem. See, don't be scared to approach a pretty woman. Just because she pretty, you talk about, look at your big forehead ass. Bring your them big old man shoulders. You know, you got to talk shit to her. Let's continue.
It's high. You're going to feel beautiful some nights, and then some nights you're going to be looking at the other girl's body, and you're going to be like, wow.
Well, see, that's what a P do. He come in and motivate the batch.
If only I looked like her. So
You
that
did.
can definitely play a part in your insecurities. A man.
See, so women, they get those fake posterior, those fake butts. They do that to stunt on other women. You heard what she just said. Look what she just said.
Definitely play a part in your insecurities. A man saying that he won't
insecurities.
date dancers can also play a part in your insecurities. I've been told that before. A guy would be like, yeah, I would date you, or yeah, you are cute, but you know, I don't know if I can deal with telling my.
But he ain't got a Mac bone in his body. See, you got to have a Mac bone in your body if you going to date a stripper, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, in this space, they nitpick every word, want to get mad at what you say. Oh, you said this. Oh, you like, if your woman grind on me, you a cockhole and all this other crazy mess. Hey, man, if you got a P-bone in your body, you know this woman does things to extract money out of men. So if you got a stripper, you got to know this is what she do. Conscious moron in the house. What's up with you, player? We just kicking some of this game, man, about these players wanting to date these strippers, man. You know? That's why I was just saying that old JJ has no value. See, if you didn't get with you a man, if these women didn't get them a good man, a good Mac, a good P in the game to stack the money, because it's gonna be good when you young and vibrant. Then you keep getting your hair done, your lips done, your tits done, your booty done. You got to keep competing with the other women. See? But a real one, he gonna show you how to advance. You know what I mean? He gonna show you how you take your game from this level to the next level. A lot of you guys, y'all think these strippers are the most beautifulest women in the world. But hey man, they have insecurities too. That's why you gotta holler, man. Put your bid in. Spit, man, spit.
A broke hoe is a no-no. See, you got a wet pussy and your cable bill ain't paid. You got a wet pussy and you don't got no internet. See, that's bad pussy management.
Let's continue.
My family, what you do. I actually went through that in my relationship with my son's father. His family knew that I was a dancer. And
And we got to deal with a baby daddy. Oh, shit. See, here we go. See, this is why you let the woman talk, man. You let the woman spill her guts. See, you might gotta, you know, smoke a joint with her. If you don't have to smoke. Get her a joint. You know, go and invest. You know what I mean? Spend $10 or something. Yeah, smoke that joint and listen to it. If you're thinking about, you know what I mean, advancing your romance, advancing your time you're going to spend. It costs you a little money in the front. A joint ain't nothing. Get her a bottle of wine, $10, and let her talk, man. Oh, baby daddy, huh? Oh, okay. Is the baby daddy in jail? Is the baby daddy a gang member? You know he's some kind of player. The strippers only like players, pimps, and Macs. Let's continue.
I did feel like that maybe my occupation.
So you got a
caused
young
them
woman,
to
you
treat me different
already-
and look at me differently
Yes.
throughout the time of our relationship.
You already got a baby.
So yeah, that could play a part as well. It can also give you a feeling of unworthiness, like maybe you don't deserve love because.
Is she cute though? I think she pretty cute. She got that youthful thing going on. The little braces and things. Her teeth gonna be straight in a minute. You know what I mean? But see, this is where they go wrong. They start getting the fake this, the fake that, and they end up looking like Black China. She beautiful right here. Women, just stay in shape.
Because you're a dancer, or maybe you won't have it because you're a dancer, which is all untrue. You're still a human being. You're still a woman. You're
Yes.
still a female. You're still a part of this world. You deserve love like anybody.
That's where the P's, players, and Macs come in, because they get these hoes love. See, you dudes be trying to make a hoe into a housewife. So you still got to remind her she's a bitch. They want that. They don't want, won't you change your lifestyle? And no, you my bitch. Pretty bitch. Sexy bitch. Come here, bitch. Get money, bitch. Money getting bitch. They like that shit. Did that wrong?
else. And I don't believe that your occupation should determine whether you should be in a relationship or not. or if you can be in a relationship or not.
Hey, fellas, what y'all think? Put a 1 in the chat if you can be in a relationship with a stripper. I ain't looking at the chat right now. Put a 1 in the chat if you can be in a relationship with a stripper. Shit, put a 1 in there for me. I'm with it. I like a bitch that get money. I don't like broke bitches.
Hoe is a no-no. Wet pussy and your cable bill ain't paid. You got a wet pussy and you don't got no internet. See, that's bad pussy management.
And the way that
Let's
men treat
continue.
you, I do think that men carry this perception about dancers that we are just loose, we freaky, we just want to do it. They treat us like we're
Y'all
not
are.
a part of the female race. They treat us like we a special type of a species or something.
You
like,
are.
no, we're still females. When we,
You are. You a stripper. You a hoe. Come on, why everybody act like they don't understand the game? Stop being a part-time hoe. Go pro at being a hoe. I'm telling you, man, what's the problem?
Hoe is a no-no.
Let's continue.
get off work, we still go to the grocery store, we still take care of our kids, we still go home like we
Kids?
are regular
I thought you
living,
had
wealthy
one.
people. So we deserve love,
Damn.
we deserve dates, we deserve to be treated the
You
same
gotta
way
put
as you
it-
would treat a girl that doesn't work in our occupation. So this can all play a part in your insecurity. Someone
That's where the macking come in. That's where the pimping come in. That's where the players come in. They gonna still treat her like she's a cool woman, which she is. She's still a woman, but it's a certain kind of woman. This woman see all these men as tricks. She look at the whole world as tricks. Once they start stripping, any man they see, they say, I can get money out of him. Or if an old dude start looking, that hobo gonna come. She gonna try to not, you know what I mean, activate it, but it's in her. She'll be 40. That hobo, the owner of a liquor store, want to holler at her. She, what's up? Come on, man. And that could be your wife. Let's continue.
not take you serious, someone trying to hold your job against you, all of that can play a part in being insecure. So that's one of the biggest things that dancers deal with is insecurities. Saddest thing, number 2, it's hard for you to get into a relationship, and it's hard for you to look at men the same after you've been in this type of environment because
What did I just tell you, players? Y'all late for class? Professor Ism is teaching. I just told you they look at men different once they go to the dark side.
you know, I've done bachelor parties where the bachelor is trying to like find somebody to have sex with.
Of course. You in the sex industry. Why? I'm an exotic dancer. I'm an escort. I'm a call girl. All that's hoeing. Let's continue.
On his last night before his marriage, I've seen guys come into the club that are completely married, that are happy. Well, they act like they're happy, they say they're happy, but they're in there, you know, looking for somebody.
Why women think you can't be happy in a relationship and just want to, you know, fuck them all for the day or for the night. They're happy. They act like they're happy. See, women operate on a different, you know, plane, on a different thinking scale. See, a man just might want to get his rocks off, but he completely happy. The woman cook, clean, do everything he want, but he just a horn dog. He just a man. He just wanted to get his nuts off, and then when he come home, he gonna like you a little better. Because, you know, the dimensions on your on your woman is, you know, latitude left, longitude right. You know the dimensions on the batch. But then when you go to one of these strip clubs, you know, and these guys date these women, you know, the dimensions is different. You know, his woman might look like his woman looks, but before she had 2 kids, he still love his woman. He love his kids. He just remember when she was smaller, you know, he want to get his rocks off. You dig? And then he come back home. I don't understand why women be tripping on this. Just because he have sex or look at another woman, you don't love me. No, that's not how men operate. Let's continue.
To take home. So this could definitely change your outlook on men because you see all types of men coming there that are doing things they don't have no business doing.
Nah, they don't got no business doing. If they got money, you can do what you want. Let's continue.
So once you get in your relationship, it just kind of, you already know the game, you already know how they play, and you may
You don't
take
need
it out on your
game.
own relationship and think that he's capable or doing the same thing. Hard to get into relationships. It has been hard getting into relationships because you want to know who's who. You want to know who's serious about you and who's not. It's also hard to get into a relationship because guys already have this perception about you in their head. So yeah, in the beginning of your
It is not a perception. Once you decide to be a stripper, that's lightweight hoeing. It's still in the hoe category. Get over there with the hoes. You sell pussy. You sell titties. You sell ass. You sell imagery. A lot of hoes sometimes don't even date the man. It's what y'all don't understand. Did that rhyme? A lot of hoes don't date the man. That's what y'all don't understand. Yeah, that rhyme. These women, once you extract money out of a man, okay, in Webster's dictionary, it's prostitution.
relationship with somebody, it's like they understand your job and it's just a job and they get it. But the more they start to like you, they start putting pressure on you about quitting your job. They start putting pressure on you about your cell phone. They start putting pressure on you, period, because now they're having trust issues and they really can't deal with your occupation like they said they could. So relationships can be hard for a dancer.
That's why you got to smash on the batch.
I had that situation too with my son's father. I was a dancer when he met me, and then when we got together, the pressure started being applied. At first, it was like, oh, you dance? That's not a big deal. It's a job.
See, simp sauce. See, there you go. Soon as you see y'all dudes, y'all be meeting the women in the strip clubs, and now y'all want to change up what the broad do. See, you got to let a hoe be a hoe, man. Y'all don't listen to old school Willie D and the old school Snoop Dogg. See, they used to be giving up real game, man. You got to let a hoe be a hoe. Ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. You know what I mean? She could say right there, I ain't finna do all that. I'm rock with you, daddy. I don't rock with your friends. I'm in Pacquiao. Then you got something. But if she a stripper, let her be a stripper, man. Let that hoe be a hoe, man. What's wrong with you players?
Broke hoe is a no-no. See, you got a wet pussy and your cable bill ain't paid. You got a wet pussy and you don't got no internet. See, that's bad pussy management.
So I'm trying to help you players, man. We up here in the Macosphere, the coldest YouTube channel in the game, and I'm helping edify your brain with some game. And we listening to this stripper, man. Let her chop it up with us.
And then it turned into, okay, let me see your phone. Then it turned into, well, you came in at this time.
Players, stop checking women's phones. If her phone is out of pocket out, man, let her be, man. I'm telling you, you start reaching for that phone, the relationship was over a month ago. I'm telling you, man, I don't never want to be checking no woman's phone, man. I want her to be on time when I call her. She start being spotty. She ain't answering. She take long to answer my text. No, we ain't going for that. That's some BS. Let's continue.
Time you get off, like it just, the pressure just started to being applied to me, and I could tell that he really couldn't deal with my occupation like he said he could. So
he didn't have a Mac bone. He didn't have a P bone. If you're going to deal with a stripper, man, you better have that Mac mentality because they extract money out of men, okay? They smash on men for money. Now you got to smash on the batch.
You know, detrimental on your relationship. I really don't even know what to do about that because I'm such a free spirit and I kind of like to do what I want. So I'm the type of person that...
Women always use, I'm a free spirit. That means you want to do what you want to do. So if you meet a woman, she be talking, I'm a free spirit. That means she don't want to put no guidelines, parameters on the batch, man. You better have some rules, man. You players better be more stern on women, man. When they see you coming with all that suggestion stuff, they say, oh, he weak. Be stern on the one. We doing this, we going here. This is what we doing. Okay, I like a nigga that's in charge. That's what they gonna say. They gonna melt. But you dudes be so nervous, man. Smash. You the man. You the strongest thing on this earth. Let's continue.
If you can't accept what I'm doing right now, or if you're not trying to change my situation, or you don't have the power to change my situation,
what that mean?
I don't really want to hear your mouth. I will break up with you before I allow you to like force me out of my job or force me out of what I'm doing that's working for me.
You see that?
Feel comfortable. So if you ain't got the coins to change my situation, zip it.
That city girl came out in her. Did you see her? She said if y'all ain't got the coin, so now you got to buy the batch. See, you dudes buy this right here, face. Y'all buy face, y'all buy hair, eyelashes, y'all buy all of this. And she make love to your wallet. See? She say, if you ain't got the coin, watch it. She say, poof, be gone. Come on, man.
It's working for me to make you feel comfortable. So if you ain't got the coins to change my situation, zip it. That is thing number 3.
You ain't got the coins. So now you got to buy the batch. Now some dude's going to try to buy the batch out of being a stripper, but she's still going to have that bone in her, man. I'm telling you, you got to let a hoe be a hoe. And when she young like this, they like wild Mustangs. It's like trying to saddle a wild horse. They bucking and, you know what I mean, going crazy, tearing the barn up. You got to let a young bitch go. You got to let a hoe be a hoe. Did that wrong? Cold. Let's continue.
They have lack of knowledge on how to operate their credit score. They have a lack of knowledge of banking. They have a lack of knowledge of a lot of things. And I really wish that would change. I hope that I come up with some projects that can change those things. But yeah, this is sometimes when you're in this fast-paced environment, you forget about the whole outside world. Like dancers, yeah, you make all this money, and then you go to buy a house, and they be like, "Where's your W-2s from the past 2 years? Where's your bank statements?" Like they forget all about that. What's your credit?
See. She giving up the game. See, that's where Mac P come in, man. You fix the batch credit score, man. So you get her W-2. You help put an LLC together with the batch, man. But you dudes just some fly-by-night Macs, man. Junior Macs. You know what I mean? Come on now. Get your campaign together, man. So if you on a certain level, for a woman to come deal with you, she got to be on a level, or you bring her up to your level, and she looking up to you as the leader. You hear what I'm saying? I got conscious moron in here, but on the subconscious, see, you bringing her up to your level. That's why I keep saying, have your campaign together. Women like when a brother got a nice whip. It look like you handling your business. The whip speak for you, man. The way you dress, being in shape, you ain't got to say a word. That's why you pose to get chose, man. This is why you got to rhyme. I can't help it, man. Now let's continue.
Score, like, you know what I'm saying? So there is definitely a huge crisis on lack of knowledge in the strip club community.
Yeah.
If dancers knew all the things that they were supposed to know, they would be killing the game, okay? Like, killing it. The best advice that I can give my dancers friends is to do your taxes. Definitely do your taxes and put money in the bank. Okay, put money in the bank so you can just have it on paper. Always keep a bank account so they can keep some type of tracking of your expenses and the fact that you
gotta have some stack too. But they can't
and take care of your
account for.
You know, and we make enough money to
credit score is important.
Credit, and don't
credit score is important, players. My brothers that's in here. Okay, that is your analytics, your credit score, your degree, your certificates. You know what I mean? The different things, the job training you have. That's analytics. Okay? I'm a longshoreman. I'm an electrician. My credit score is up. Oh, I got a master's degree. Oh, I got a AA, a BA. Those are all your analytics. Those are the things you need to get you in position. But your man-alytics is knowing what to do with your money, knowing how to save. You know what I'm saying? Knowing how to plan, knowing how to prepare. You know, what was it? Andre 3000 said the 6 P's, man. The 6 P's. Proper planning beats piss poor performance. Let me say it again. Proper planning beats piss poor performance. Come on now. That's why. Do you want a stripper because of the look? Or do you want a woman that's working with you to build your LLC and y'all taking a little bit of bread, 30, 40,000 a year, 50,000. You know, you make 50, 60. She make 40, 30. And y'all putting that together and living better than people that's, you know, with 250, $250,000 a year. And y'all household bringing in 80, but y'all save. Y'all stacking. Y'all using y'all credit. You know what I mean? Y'all doing some little small businesses on the weekend. Y'all both got some side hustles. And you happy. Some people got $250,000 a year and they credit score is toe up. They mad. They always bitter. Money just running through their hands. They robbing Peter to pay Paul and John and Joshua. Let's continue.
Get to take care of like your real life responsibilities, if that makes sense. Second thing, number 4 is becoming sexually unattached. Okay. Also, I suffer with that. Being in a sexual environment like the ones we work in. Mm-hmm. When you do get with somebody that's special or you do get with someone you like, that is like the last thing on your mind. Like, I know for me it is. It's
So fellas, again, stop talking about sex. You got to learn how to do like sexual innuendos and you can tell if the woman feeling you. You don't have to just say, ooh, your ass is fat. You know what I mean? You could be like, ooh, you know what I mean? That thing moving back there, baby. You know, just say something a little bit different. You know what I mean? That motion of the ocean of that boat, woo, it's sitting up there. I might have to drop anchor. You know, just say something off the wall. You ain't always got to say, ooh, them titties is big. You know what I mean? It's the way you present it, man. You can tell if you're getting sexual attraction from a woman, the way she looks, man. That's why I said a lot of this stuff is the unspoken word of romance. You dig? That's why you pose and get chose and you can see who feeling your vibe, your energy. See? That's the man-alytics. See, the analytics is the credit score and all that. But what about energy, vibe? You know what I mean? The way she talk. When a woman like you, man, she speak right. She talks with a nice tone, nice octaves. When a woman don't like you, she rolling her eyes. Some dudes be trying to force it. Go ahead, baby. Continue.
Not even, it doesn't even turn me on to even get right into that. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it. Because I expect
romance your woman.
Because I have to deal with this from every single guy in the club. Every weekend.
See, a real one, you make the stripper still feel like a woman. And you be like, why she with this dude? Because he make her feel like a regular woman. Even though he know he has a hoe, he has a stripper, but he treats her like a regular woman. See, that's what the whole of the stripper do to dudes. They, for that hour, 2 hours, they know they tricking, but he make them feel like for that hour, 2 hours, they can get away and they don't mind paying. He make them feel like, you know, you my girlfriend for this 2 hours. Yeah, you my boyfriend. Yeah, for the whole day, you know, for $1,500, $2,000, $2,500. And a masterful hoe will not even, you know, say nothing about this my trick or none of that. That's a dumb bro. You make that trick feel good. You entertaining him. You getting paid to be in character. Young Batch, let's continue.
You know what I'm saying? So when I'm with somebody that I really like, I don't want sex to be the first thing we talk about or the first priority or even the main priority. Let's go do something else. Let's go walk in the park. Let's go try different foods. Let's go do wine tasting or something. Like,
again, players, I've been over here kicking this game in the Mackie's man. What's wrong with y'all? I've been saying, man, take a batch to the park. Get a bottle of wine. You ain't got to go get a cowboy steak for $800 at goddamn Salt Bay. Go on here, take a woman. She said take a walk. Get some wine. Get your little charcuterie board, man. You know what I mean? You can make it yourself. You can get you some a little block of cheese. You can get you some of them, a little jar of them little pickles and maybe a couple kind of little crackers or something. You know, a couple little turkey, little meat or something, some salami or something. And go take a walk, man. That shit sound corny, but that's the little shit that women like. They can tell their friends about it because women stun on other women. Hey, girl, me and my man, we had a bottle of wine. We went and walked. We put our feet, you know, take your shoes off and walk at the edge of the beach and shit. You know, little shit like that. That's how you romance the woman. Her pussy is getting wet while you doing all this, man. You got to make love to the woman brain, Jack.
The Mac is speaking.
Now stay over here, man. Let's continue.
I just want to relax with you. I just want to be with you. I don't really feel the need to have to get straight into sexual things. And I don't know. I'm just unattached because I worked in such a
you got to romance the bitch
environment. Like, I'd rather just do something different in a different order. So I have become
kind
of unattached, and that's not one of the first things I really look forward to doing when I get with somebody. Thing number 5, being taken advantage of by family and friends. Like, you know, when you are the breadwinner or the person.
That's another thing. When you're in the sex industry, you get a lot of fast money. So when you get this fast money, other people feel like you can help them. You should do this. You should do that. That's why if you get one of these stripper bras, you got to take her away from her family. You might get you a wife. You got to take her away from your environment. A lot of times you got to move because that friend, that best friend, that's the one always in your business. Or that little Sweetwater hairdresser, that's her best friend. That's the one always messing up your relationship. Sometimes you got to take your batch and move to the next state, to the next county, an hour, 2 hours away. So I'm serious, man. You got to go over there and put your hook in the batch. You did? You got to go on the honeymoon, the concentration camp on the batch.
With consistent money coming in, and yeah, you definitely leave room to be taken
advantage
of.
Money
everybody's
calling
you for favors. Everybody's calling you for what they need. Yeah, and it can cause people to kind of take pure advantage of you. Kind of take care of you first. Do your thing.
Always take care of you
do
first.
What you need to do for yourself first, and then whatever you have left or whatever you can do or whatever you can spare, definitely help people. I would never tell anybody not to help anybody, but do not rob yourself to help other people. Being a dancer can definitely leave room to be taken advantage of. And, you know, sometimes we allow it because we believe that, oh, I'll make it again, I'll make it again, I'll make it again. That's every dancer's like mental rotation. I'll make it again, I'll make it again, I'll make it again, but that's not always for certain, and that's not the point. The whole point is to add to, not keep staying at the same level. So if you make $500 and you give away $450, you back at $50, and you make another $400, you back at $450. Like, that's not the goal. The goal is to be at 4, 8, 12, 16. The goal is to keep your money and stack your money, not keep giving it away to make it back.
Oh, she got a good mindset on her, young batch.
So these are the top 5 saddest things that strippers have to deal with. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to shop with me on my online store, Shop Bell Society. New inventory is coming in, new content.
All right. At least she, you know, making her money on her hoeing, man. She got t-shirts. She got different things. She doing better than me. I can't even get my t-shirts together, man. What's going on? I see y'all up in here, man. Let's drop this link, man. Y'all want to come up here, man? I got another one for y'all. You know what I'm saying? We just up in here on a Saturday, man. Y'all can pull up on me. Let me see if I can get another one up here. See, I got some old broads too. You know, I got some old broads too. Let me make sure I get these old broads up in here, man. What is these old batches? See, this was gonna happen when you get to be these old batches getting your business. I should have put Corinne Steffens up there because that's what some of these young bras gonna be when they get older. That's when you got to find you a good trick. and then that can turn into a lick. Okay? So, brothers, y'all didn't even know that young chick that you think is all fine is an old stripper. You know, name used to be a Superhead. Now Superhead done got her some computer geeks. You know, so what you want to do, man? You want to buy the batch, or you want to be a man that's standing on yours? And then we're going to keep having this conversation. Why Pookie and Ray Ray get the women and I don't? Because you're corny. You have to have some game, some ism about yourself. If not, then get you a corny kind of chick that's not really into that. But if you want a chick that you think like swag and all that type of stuff, then you got to have you some, man. You know, why black men only want to have swag? Hey, if you want a certain kind of woman that come along with the woman, okay? If you want to have a certain kind of stripper chick, a certain kind of body type, and everybody going to be looking at your woman, you got to have thick skin. You can't have, bad chick walking around with a badunkadunk and everybody looking and you get mad all the time. That ain't going to work, brother. You got to get you a regular woman. Know what you want out of life. Now let's continue. We got these women up here. This is a cold conversation. Fair use.
Men want a career to get girls. The girls are a prize for his success. What is the prize for women, and who is going to care for you when you're alive, when you're 60?
Okay, so let me re-say that. Mm-hmm. Men want a career so they can have success. Women want what?
Your wallet.
The girls are the prize for his success.
The girls are the prize for his success. Mm-hmm. Okay, and?
What is the prize for women?
What is the prize for a woman? Go ahead, Pro. What is the prize for a woman?
For a woman's success?
Are you saying for success or in a relationship?
We got the redhead, the brunette, and the blonde. Check it out. Let's continue.
Relationship.
For success, like a woman's success.
So, okay, let me rewind. Men want success, and the grand prize is...
All right, we got the little Latina, little murder mommy right there. Then we got the snow bunny over there. Look like she got the fake, Chester drawers. And, she got a baby, resting bitch face. And then you got the plain Jane girl next door, little redhead, no makeup, no nothing. See, you got to pick what kind of woman you want. Some of you want the highfalutin Baywatch type chick. And some people want the little regular, look like housewife, little Latina thing right there. And then you got the, redhead chick look like she can go outside and dunk on you or play some volleyball or chop some wood. See, pick a woman that you like. Let's continue.
It's a hot woman. Mm-hmm. Women want success. What is the prize for that success?
And we're talking success like in
career-wise. Yeah.
A lot of money and lonely usually. Yeah.
Oh, so she's saying a lot of housewife women, a lot of these women that want all this money, they're lonely. See? But are you happy? But I got money. But are you happy? I make $250,000. Are you happy? Some people happy with 50,000. It's all up to you, players.
Usually an empty apartment, but a lot of money to spend.
And doesn't sit well with you.
I mean, I think people are free to choose what they want to choose. If that's what you want to do, go do it. Mm-hmm. But I think a lot of women do that, and they chase the bag and they chase the career, and then they find themselves alone at 50, 60, and that's not fun. And I think a lot of older
a lot of these women, especially these young little strippers I just had up there, they chase y'all bag. They let you go get the bag, and then they chase your bag. The bag chasers. We let these women take y'all bag, man. Come on, man. Have some game. Who I got up in here? I got Top. Top got to get his device together. I can't bring you up, Top. You ain't got your device together. Hey, Celine. Who I got in the house, man? Let me shout out to everybody. Hey, Celine. How you doing? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. Free Zone Lou. What's going on, Free Zone? Did that wrong? And I got Miss Khadijah up in here. Top, your device ain't... Yeah. There you go, Top. Now I see you. All right, let me bring my player partner Top up in the joint. Okay. Oh. I'm just saying, what's up with you, Top?
Salute.
Good afternoon, man. Let me just give a little shout out to everybody. Conscious Moron, man. Salute to you, man. Appreciate the pull up. You know what I mean? Mr. Fish, man. You understand me? P-Fish, man. P-Fish, man. Let me call you P-Fish. Tony D. Tony D is at the front door of the Macosphere. You know what I mean? I got Cool Uncle up in here, man. What's going on? You know what I mean? P-Fish. J. Jermaine. Salute to you, man. I always appreciate you pulling up. I got the Top Cast. He up in here. You know what I mean? I got the gentleman, man, number 7, man. 7 the gent, man. 7 the gent, man. The gent 7, man. What's happening with you, man? Hey, I got Sincerely Nadia in here one time. You understand me? She said, Ism, you better not never call my hair a wig again. I got you, baby. I got you, baby. You my girl. You my girl. Y'all go check out Sincerely Nadia, man. I think y'all will really like her show, man. She always have a good time over there. You know what I mean? Only thing, she got some bouncers over there, man. They ain't gonna let you talk to her, man. She got about 3-4 dudes. You got to get through them to even get a word edgewise. I'm just playing. That's Top's New Jersey friend. You know what I mean? The only place where you can't pump your own gas. Man, what is going on? LSP is up in here. Look at Top. His ears just went up. Oh, she's from Jersey? Nigga ears went up like a goddamn husky. You see that nigga ears went straight up? Is she from Jersey?
Yeah, I
What's going on, LSP? That's my cousin right there, LSP, man. Macbone Bailey. Oh, I got an echo. Let me get that. Let me get that. Thank you, Khadijah.
Yeah, I heard it too.
Yeah, echo. Every time I bring somebody up, I get the echo. All right, Khadijah. Thank you, baby. You do some things good. You do a couple of things right. You watch my channel and you contribute, but sometimes you be talking some bullshit. You can pull up. Top, how you feel about my topic, man?
I think that dudes is still stuck in the mindset that can you make a hoe a housewife? And I keep trying to explain to these dudes that it's levels to the hoeing. You go from one extreme to the other. On one side, you got the streetwalker out there, you know what I'm saying, where you live at, out there in the, from the Bay. You know how it is. You know how they get down out there on the blade. And then you got the ones that walk around the house with slippers and a house coat that fix you breakfast.
Is she still a hoe?
They like I said before, female, when it comes to female nature, it either is applicable to all women, or all women got their own individual female nature. And I disagree with the second notion, and I do agree with the first notion. So if one woman got it in it to be a hoe, that means all of them got it in them to be a hoe. Now, that don't necessarily mean that that's what they going to choose to do, but it still don't take away from the fact that it's in their nature to do that or to take on that behavior.
Well, didn't their mother teach them, get you a man with some money? Don't. When they was in school or something, and they said, I like this guy. Don't be with him. He ain't got no money. He broke. Get you a man with money. Go ahead.
Well, they that's where they get their feminine game from elder women. But unfortunately, it's a lot of things that older women don't teach younger women, you know, like the reality of how things really, really go. And Miss Celine said women need to be molded and shaped. And I agree with that 100%. But it can only be done by a man who could sit at the potter's wheel and shape you and then know what to shape you into. See, that's the problem. There's a lot of dudes, they got that leadership feeling within them, but they can't execute. And they can't execute because they get caught up looking at them juicy titties and, you know, that juicy booty.
That jiggly.
And they let their hormones take over their reason.
Let's check this video out a little bit right here, Top. I want you to hear. This is the woman. She's speaking on how older women are bitter. They got some money, but they bitter. Let's continue.
Women lie to younger women about this, and that's what rubs me the wrong way. That's why
she say the old women lying to the younger women.
Didn't I just say that?
Here we go.
I do what I do because I just don't believe in lying to women.
How do older women lie to younger women?
Because they'll say things like the happiest sector of women is like 45 and childless, but you could find 10 studies that disprove that for the one that they have that didn't have a proper sample size. So you're pushing this narrative because you don't want to be alone in your poor choices.
Ooh, did she just cut the sisterhood head? She cut their head off.
And that doesn't sit well with me. I don't.
So they're almost like validating their poor decisions, is what you're saying?
Yeah, and you can see it in the media all the time.
I'm a divester.
Like, every poor decision a woman makes, like you see it in the media.
Men are trash.
Like, for example, like women gain weight, right? What body positivity? That's the next thing that comes.
Fat
we
Shirley.
just talked about that with Jordan Peterson. Although, how the one big girl was on the cover of SI.
Yeah, and I've been overweight, and that you can lose it. So why are we tripping? Like, why are we tripping? And
hey, I like her attitude, Top. I ain't saying I like her look, but that attitude I need in the chick that I like to look at. She got the right attitude. What you think?
I like them goddamn shoes she got on and the way they accentuate her motherfucking legs all the way up to the part where you compete. Where niggas get stuck at. So she got some elegant shit going on. Ironically, I ran across a video of her. She was on Kevin Samuel's show one time for a very, very short period. And she a young lady. She only in her 20s. So and she got the right and she got the right ideas somewhat. But I mean, it's one thing that guys don't understand about women is marketing is very effective to women because marketing is a play on your emotions. That's why these women is out of control. In part, the other part is because these niggas don't know how to get them in control, and you get them in control by your actions.
A lot of guys, Top. Okay. Even in the game, I try to tell them different things, and they say these broads is, these new broads ain't shit. A lot of dudes in this space, these modern women ain't about nothing. Hey, but the woman is a reflection of you. Because a dude see my woman, they be like, man, she an in-pocket woman. Man, she got a good mindset on her. Then you wonder who a dude is. You get what I'm saying? So you got to mold your woman to your qualifications, man. You know what I mean? If not, get rid of her.
Like, I'll give you an example. Out of all of the chicks I ever messed with in the time that I've been on this planet, ain't no chick never showed up to my house unannounced. I ain't never had my vehicle keyed up. Ain't no chicks never called no police on me and no shit like that. You understand? The chicks ain't threw no bricks through my window. I ain't had no chicks.
So good.
I ain't even had no chicks fighting each other over me and no shit like that. But that's all. That ain't got shit to do with them. It's got everything to do with me and how I conduct myself.
So you saying these guys don't conduct themselves right? That's why these women are acting a fool. But they ain't gonna say that. They gonna say it's the woman. They crazy.
Hey, Miss Celine said that if a woman need to be molded. Well, if that's true, if women out of order, what that say about the men?
You gotta mold your batch, man.
If you the leader, all of the responsibility ultimately fall upon you. So if your bitch out of order, ain't her fault, it's your fucking fault. It's just like if you got a dog and that motherfucker don't know how to stop shitting in the house, who failed as the trainer?
Miss Celine, she said
the dog will take a shit where he got a shit at.
That's what I keep saying. But I don't want to say it like women are dog, but you gotta train the same way. Go ahead, Top.
Hey man, it sound fucked up. To that analogy, and really analogies are not 100% accurate, but just for the sake of making a comparison, so what if women get mad? Fuck them. You trying to explain what the fuck you saying? If she get mad, she just get mad. So what? She knows she was looking for a motherfucker she could look up to and bat her fucking eyes up at anyway. Women looking for a motherfucker that's better than him, better than them. So I don't pay that shit no attention when the women be talking about, oh, you can't make that kind of comparison. Women ain't dogs. Shut up. Every goddamn species got a female, and you the female of my species. Now what?
Exactly.
You gotta simplify shit and break it down and make it easy to understand.
Right. You gotta be a dominant man. So Miss Celine, a lot of guys want a perfect woman right off the bat. You're correct. But they don't want a woman who is willing to work, but needs and wants to be tweaked under your leadership. I love that. I had a young brother I was mentoring, and the brother, he picked the woman that looked it, better. So say if he had a 9 and a 6, okay, but the 6 was doing everything, folding his clothes, cleaning his house. And I seen you, Khadijah. You come on back. because we need your opinion on here. I want to hear a woman's opinion. Celine need to pull up on the
Shit. That 6 turned to a 9 just doing that little bit.
Okay, right. And he went with the other one, the 9, but the 9 would be cool. She was beautiful, but when she drinks, she get a little out of pocket out. But then the other chick, the 6 was, needed more instructions. She needed him to tell. He told me she want me to tell her what to do all the time. I was like, that's the one. But everybody had a thing, man. You know what I mean? Young guy, he got to learn. Is that you, None Mo?
Yes.
Okay, how you feeling about my topic, None Mo?
But hold on, my thing is skipping.
What's going on with your Vision? Oh no, man. Warriors in 6 still. Warriors in 6, Vision. And I appreciate that super chat the other day on Warriorism with the wisdom. You ready, None Mo?
Do I sound okay?
You say that you look okay. Yeah, you sound okay, baby. Go ahead.
No, I can't hear you properly.
Of course, just like a black woman.
Yo,
let's continue.
Same thing with age now too. You see them pushing.
My homeboy be telling me I be too hard.
Hold on a second, top.
Oh yes, because the older women are upset that
they're lonely.
The older women are lonely.
That they're not getting the same sexual
sisterhood. Y'all mad?
Shocking. Yeah.
Coco, you're found success in what you're doing. Same question to you. Men find success and the grand prize is women. What is the
she got arrested
grand
bitch
prize
face
for being a successful woman?
Freedom and money. Because when you have your own career, you obviously make money if you're successful.
See?
Money equals freedom. So you can
only thing she care about is money. She kind of smug.
Do whatever you want.
But to Pearl's point, let's say you're
hey, Top, did you see that other chick? See, you got to watch the nuances. Watch the white blonde, her lips kind of like she thinks she better than the other 2 chicks because she talking about money. She ain't say nothing about love, see? So if you want this chick, her mind is on money. And ain't nothing wrong with getting money, but I'm just feeling her energy is about paper. The other white chick is more in the energy and how she care about you. And watch the little, she gonna say something, the blonde, and the redhead gonna go, so watch the nuances. Here we go.
Same question to you. Men find
look at that
success
face.
And the grand prize is women. What is the grand prize for being a successful woman?
Freedom and money. Because when you have your own career, you obviously make money if you're successful.
Money, but you lonely.
Money equals freedom. So you can do whatever you want.
But to Pearl's point, let's say you're that 45-year-old woman, successful, millionaire.
Oh, now she did it back. Did you see that little shit, Top? Go ahead, player.
Oh yeah, definitely. That this be the little small things that dudes miss. You know, the way that women communicate. That's why a lot of these niggas be missing choosing signals. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't like what she said, and then she did it back.
Yeah. Now, another thing that dudes, I mean, you can really analogize us human beings in the way that we behave to a lot of animals in nature. We really on a level. You know what I'm saying? We really very much animals and we behave in that way. And you can see that, especially it's really, really obvious among women because they always in competition with each other from the way they dress to, everything else that they do in life.
Right. Well, let's go ahead. You got something else?
You won't catch those little minute behavioral patterns if you talking too much and you ain't really paying her no attention.
You want to get in there, None Mo? Then I'm coming to you, Chance. Go ahead, None Mo.
No, I haven't heard what's going on. I had to restart.
Just like a black woman.
You want some lean or something? Cause you all slow. What did you sloshed? You warped?
Why do I have to be on some type of drug?
Because you usually got a little more energy. What you laying down in the bed? What you doing?
Well, no, I'm at work.
Oh, okay. It sounded like something you wasn't too happy with. How you feel about my topic?
Reiterate what you just said.
Look at here, woman.
Please.
You're just acting too much like a black woman today.
You come in here. The topic was trying
you know what? I'll just go ahead and leave.
Old hoes have no value. That's what we're saying. Do they got any value?
I mean, you do. Never mind. I should be asking you.
I'm asking, do old hoes have any
No, I
value?
should be asking you. I don't know nothing about no hoes.
Do old women have any value?
I mean, if they're instilling wisdom the right way, then yeah, I think they do. But I mean, if they're just gonna be like old and bitter, then no, not so much, because they're not gonna do anything but repeat the cycle, or have other people repeating the cycle.
Old bitter women, huh? Is that you, Celine?
Yes, it is.
Okay, appreciate that. Appreciate the pull up. First time. All right. I got. Oh, you want to go? Hold on 1 second, Taryn. Let Celine get in there, then you go. Go ahead. How you feel?
So, just to give a little context, so I grew up as a believer, okay, and a lot of things you hear like in church, like they have the right idea. A lot of these pastors talking about a guy who, like, and I took the advice, right, of structure, a guy, who has the right kind of more, and, I believe in all that, but they also, they tend to forget other things like care, like, being able to not be so serious, like not taking things so seriously, like to an extent. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, most definitely. So you into more the blonde chick is more into money. It seems like the redhead chick is more into energy and nuance and how she feel about a person and being happy and not just money.
Yeah, I mean, money is obviously you need money to survive, but I mean, as long as you got all the, you're comfortable. I'm not really big into the whole, you got to make 6 figures, you got to be 6 feet. I don't know. I guess it was never really, I don't want a guy to be shorter than me, but I'm really fine with a guy being my height. It's not a big issue to me.
See, all my short players, y'all need to pull up over here. Where's Edward Anderson? Did y'all know he was 5'5"?
The problem with chicks that make a lot of money is it go back to what I was saying earlier. With women, they always looking for a man that they consider to be better than them. Better being relative. You could be better at leading, better at finances, better at fucking. You could be better. It's really relative. It really depends. It's dependent upon the woman. But when it comes to money, when you're dealing with a woman that's making a lot of bread, the reason why they generally don't date dudes who make less money is because they looking for a dude that's better than them. So you can't get mad when you see a chick that's making a bunch of money and she don't want to date a dude who ain't got no money. You have to understand how women work, and when you do, then you won't be in your feelings about shit like that.
So true, so true. Brother Terrence, you want to jump in there? Come on.
I think that. Hold on 1 second. I think that old women like only have value to the man that trained her up. If she ain't willing to kind of not cater to you, because that's a vague thing, but if she's not willing to kind of mold herself into what you want her to be, she has no value to anybody.
Yeah. Whoa. I mean, like, if there's like a 50, I mean, obviously I think it's different. Say if a woman is like a widow or whatever, she's like in her 50, like her husband died of whatever. I have a lot more respect for her than for a woman who, hasn't even been in like a serious relationship. She just jumped from guy to guy in her youth, and then is like expecting this quote unquote alpha to come along. It's like, what kind of planet are you living on? You know, it just, there's a lot of cognitive dissonance.
Well, let's continue the video one more time. Oh, go ahead, Terrence. Then we're gonna continue the video a little more. Go ahead, Terrence.
I wanted to say is, I think you're right about making the right choices, because I mean, everybody that's looking at this video is going to agree that the blonde is the cutest girl. But anybody who's smart and understand a thing or two about life would get that the redhead is the better chick.
Exactly. Well, we ain't heard from the little Latina enough. We ain't heard from. Let's let them cook. Let's let them cook.
Amazing house, you know, couple cats running around. Shout out to the cat owners out there. But would that be fulfilling if you never got married and didn't have kids?
I don't think that you can be successful and have a husband or a boyfriend or whatever. I don't think it's either or.
You can do both, is what you're saying.
Yeah, because I see it right now. Like me and my boyfriend, we both work literally 24/7.
Boyfriend.
Like we work weekends. We work all the time.
Well, y'all have fun at.
Okay, we both go on meetings, go on shoots, and whatever he goes do for his work. But we're still there and we're still enjoying each other. And what I love, that's why I said that what we appreciate with each other, we're both very ambitious and we talk about work a lot, and we work on projects together.
She a
so
bag
it's not
chaser.
that she is doing his own thing and I'm doing my own thing, and we don't even know what's going on in our work life.
Do you think he respects you more because you've got a lot going on?
Yes, he said that he would never be with a girl who's not driven.
Of course, that's what he got to tell you to make you happy.
Have you ever been with a guy who found you a little much, like too work oriented, like you're a little intimidating? Have you been with a guy like that ever?
I wouldn't say that I was ever like.
She gonna say she ain't intimidating. He just told her what she was. You're a little intimidating.
Intimidating. At least nobody told me that. But I know that a lot of guys don't like when a girl is very vocal about her opinion. And I'm very vocal about my opinion.
You a bitch.
So when it comes to being submissive, I couldn't do that because that's just not my personality.
That word, submissive.
But that's not my personality. And that's why I left the comfort of my own home.
Do you hear that? That's not her personality to be submissive. This is a bitch.
That's why I'm trying to do my own thing.
Go ahead, Ali.
So I have a question, because you want to have this very successful career. I think earlier in the hallway you said you wanted to be a billionaire.
Yes.
And then you're saying that you're
You ain't gonna be no billionaire,
equal
bitch.
partnership. So my question is your money going to be both of yours money, or is it just going to be your money?
Look at that resting bitch face. Look at that motherfucker. That's the ultimate resting bitch face.
How are the finances going to break down in that?
When?
Look at her win. She's smug.
Earlier I heard you say
She looks like
that
a fucking district attorney.
You wanted all of your bills paid. But then you're talking about having a career.
When did I say that I want my bills paid?
It was much earlier in the conversation. I would have to go back and rewatch it.
That I need my bills paid?
Oh, you said you didn't split it 50-50.
No, I meant for dinners.
If you're talking about equal housework.
Look at that face, though.
So that was my confusion. I was like, is your money going to be both of y'all's, or is just
No.
She look at that. See that? She act like she better than the other ladies on the panel. I don't like her. One more second, y'all.
Well, let's talk about that. The money in a relationship. What should you split? What should the man take care of? What should the woman take care of? Let's talk about the money. Like, how does it work in your marriage?
Well, he pays majority of most of the bills. I have a very small income that I bring in. It's supplemental income, but that's mostly because I can be fulfilled in that. I think if I wanted to make candles and make no money, I think he'd be fine with that. But that's kind of how the breakdown is. And he takes a lot of...
Is this Nadia cousin? Nadia, you make candles. This your cousin.
Pride in doing that. He's very happy to protect and provision. And I think a lot of men don't get to have that opportunity where they could have that intimate of a relationship with their wife, female partner.
And how does...
See? How y'all feel about that? She happy and content with just taking care of a man and bringing in a little bit of paper, but it seems like you will be fulfilled as a man. Every man don't want to come home to a woman talking about, I want to be a billionaire. Some men want to come home to a plate of food, good attitude, his children, and a happy wife. You know what I mean? A happy wife, happy life, but a happy woman got a husband. Jack.
Well,
Y'all got it.
Oh, I just wanted to...
Go ahead, excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just wanted to kind of tie in, with the whole thing about women working. In a Baptist group I was in, they didn't believe that women should even work outside the home. They're like when you.
I like that group, Celine.
Huh?
I like that group. Them sound like submissive women that want to cater to their man.
I mean, yeah, but it's like at the same time, you know, it's like you kind of want to get it, like, have some air to breathe outside of the house too. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about some big career. I'm just talking about like a little job a couple times a week you go to. You know, I do think there's a medium to it. Like, I personally like my little job I have. I work as like a cashier. I love it. You know, I never desire to be like a big career woman, but I do like to work outside of the home. And I think when I get married, I want to take care of the children and even homeschool them. So I think when you get married, your direction should change at least a little bit.
Okay. Celine. Let me wait a minute. Let me get this together now. So you want to work. You don't want to work. So do you know you need a man that makes $300,000? Okay. Do you know that?
You actually don't. You need a guy who, you know, sometimes you need to sacrifice for your children.
No. I have the empirical data. I have done the math. So you don't know what you're talking about.
You need to sacrifice.
A high value man wants a woman. If you're not going, you want to homeschool the children. Okay. What about college? What about you need a man that makes $30 million a year?
My kids aren't going to college. They're doing online school or trade school. I'm not paying $500,000 for an English degree. It's like you already know the English language.
Somebody else jump in there.
You know, Ism, I think that this Latina girl, I think she's full of cat, and I'm gonna tell you why. She's not naturally the way that she was. What happened was she went on KS and he whacked and tapped on her head and she fell in line. But her default position is a strong, independent woman. That's her default. And I think Kevin Samuels is. So I think that when she gets to that position where she feels some type of way, she's going to revert back to her default at some point.
Top, none more. Jump in there.
So I think there should be like a healthy balance with the work and marriage thing, because I just think that everything needs balance. Like, even if I do make good money and stuff like that, you know, I don't necessarily like to talk about work when I'm not at work. And I think everybody knows that I like to travel and I like to have my leisure time and stuff like that. So I get the lady wanting to make her money.
I do leisure time. That's when you over there with Lonnie Lunchmeat.
No, that's when I'm.
Man, she Ism.
Why am I the only one that gets interrupted? Nobody else got. I didn't interrupt anybody else.
There goes the strong independent right there. There goes the sickness.
Never mind.
Let her finish. Let her finish. Go ahead,
No, I'm done. Never mind. I'm done.
No, I'm cracking jokes. We saying that you saying leisure time. Is that the time that women gonna try to go get them a side dude?
I would have finished if y'all had to let me.
Well, you have the floor now. Can you quit pouting?
I know, right?
Let her have the floor. Go ahead. None mode. Go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Oh, okay. And Celine, I appreciate you pulling up, baby. You know what I mean? Appreciate that. You're always in the chat. You can pull up anytime. Miss Miller, you can pull up Rissa Rose. You can pull up, you know what I mean, Aqua Dragon. What it do? Anybody want to pull up? The link is pinned at the top. And Celine pulls back in. And Top, how you feel about that? Terrence says she's capping. How you feel about the Latina?
What did she say again? My bad. I was actually taking a phone.
She's acting pretty submissive, and you know.
Oh, this chick right here on the screen.
Yeah, I'll give you a little dose of it.
Okay.
You just said your boyfriend is pretty successful. Did I say marriage? Sorry, your relationship. Knock on wood, girl. How does it work? You guys split rent? You guys split food bills, utility bills? Does he always pay for dinner? Like, she's being very open and honest, saying, look, he makes all the money. I'm here to support him. You've been open and honest, saying, hey, we both make money. So how do the bills break down?
Well, we kind of try to see where we're very open with our finances. So like, he knows how much I make. I know how much he makes. and then we decide
Everything
together
is money with her.
what we're gonna spend on what. Like he pays the rent, so maybe I'm gonna pay for the car or something. So like
but he pays the rent.
Yeah.
Period. He pays the rent.
Yeah.
Well, the rent is the biggest expense that someone will have.
Not necessarily.
Thank you, player. He who pays the rent can talk the most shit. And then she'd say, I might pay the car note. See, this is where I all want to spend your money and keep hers, man.
Yeah,
What you think about this, Top?
I tried to tell you guys earlier that there's levels to the hoeing. Now, she don't look like a streetwalker and she ain't got on them stilettos, but she is a hoe for sure. Because she talking about what? The dough.
Is a no-no.
And that's why her man got a side. That's why her man got a side bitch.
This chick right here, she sound like she one of them 50-50 chicks. And
how's 50-50 and he paying the rent, Top?
Well, she trying to come off like a 50-50 chick. Like, okay, he do this, but I do this. When in reality, he doing the most. You understand what I'm saying? But my issue with her is if she was dealing with me, it wouldn't be no he got his money and I got my money. She'd be like, he handles all the money. So the dude that she fucking with, something ain't right in his protocol that she could get up there and just, had the audacity to make the kind of statements that she made.
I heard one time in a sermon like that the pastor gives his wife like a set income a month, like for things that she likes. See, marriage, it's supposed to be like I always saw marriage as like a duty, like there's things that you have to do. And I hear a lot of women, talk about how they shouldn't give their husbands, anything, sexually. But it's like, that's what he signed up for. And that's wrong to deny him that,
That's why if a woman ain't fulfilling her bodily obligations, all men should cheat. They should get them a side hoe if she don't want to give it up.
Yeah, it's interesting, just from like a religious perspective. A lot of women will, do all this crazy stuff, but even like outside of marriage, but it's like within marriage, it's like you're defrauding him. You don't even give him what he deserves.
I like this, Celine. Miss Celine, these ladies be defrauding men. I love this. You're a good woman right here. Go ahead.
I'm talking about their husbands, but you know what I mean. And it's like if he's protecting you and providing for you, the very, of course, there's the children and the trips and the this and the that, but at the very basic, from like a biblical perspective, it talks about how the duty of marriage is food, clothing, and the physical relationship, and that's really the bare minimum. And there's other things too, but those things are necessary for like a strong.
You know what the con is though? This is the con though, Miss Celine, and not necessarily from you, but the majority of the people that are out here that don't think like you. The con is if I'm getting money and I'm doing what you're supposed to be doing, then you're supposed to be supplementing me and helping me do what I'm supposed to be doing. And I just don't subscribe to that.
What do you mean, like money-wise?
Right, so like if a chick is, let's say I get more money than you, well, I'm not cooking and I'm not cleaning. And guess what? You're going to cook and you're going to clean. That's the con.
Exactly. I follow this lady and I don't agree with everything that she says. She's an older lady, like in her 60s or whatever. She's called the Transformed Wife, okay? She makes some pretty controversial statements, but I actually kind of agree with a lot of her way of thinking. Like, she talks a lot about being modest. She talks about, why, like the duty in a marriage, which is to give your husband sex, even when you don't feel like it, you should still, like if.
Are you sisters listening? This is a good woman right here.
Give her a round of applause, goddammit.
And it's like, even if you don't necessarily feel like it, I mean, that's what the part of the vows in a marriage is to have a home. I mean,
we don't feel like going to work every day. I don't feel like going to work every day. I don't feel like paying every bill every month. I'm tired too.
Exactly.
Yo, I can certainly identify with that shit, Terrence. One thing about what Terrence was just saying is a lot of these chicks who make a lot of money think that because they make the money that the man's supposed to take on the role of doing all of the things that she would be doing if the roles was reversed. But what I would tell guys or advise guys that they should understand about women is a lot of dudes don't understand that the way that we look at women, in that way, that secretly women look at us the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like they just they turned on by men like a motherfucker. But they'll never tell you that because then you'll use the information against them. But in the situation, because I've dealt with chicks, who make considerably more money than I do. And I don't treat them no different than I would treat if I was dealing with a broke chick. So that's the same.
You gotta smack them on the butt while they cooking in the kitchen, Top.
You gotta remain masculine no matter what she coming to the table with. Because remember, she coming to your table.
There was a lady who called into Kevin Samuels like a week.
I am the table.
With a week before his passing, and there was I think the title was the cost of submission or whatever, and this woman said, she's like, money really wasn't a thing for me about submission. For me, it was his character, his integrity, and I'm just like, oh my God. A woman who finally gets it. It's really not about how much money you make. It's about being, if you're willing to be a good leader, because having a lot of money, it doesn't mean that you have good character. It doesn't mean that you're a, good leader. And it's great to have money, but it's like you need to have the other things as well that make the full person.
That's facts. As a matter of fact,
But I'm Red Pill.
A lot of the motherfucking dudes that got money are fucking schmucks. You know what I'm saying?
Assholes.
Yeah.
Straight assholes. But it ultimately rests upon the man. And no matter what these motherfucking women say about how independent they are, how much money they got, their career, or none of that shit is possible without men, because it all comes from us. The money come from us, the jobs come from us, the houses come from us, the electricity come from us, the water come from us, even their own goddamn life have come from us. So that's why
a lonely bitch.
I don't be paying attention to this
These
shit.
women be lying.
They be capping.
Hey, Top Dog, let's keep it real, man. As a man, if we not getting what we want from the situation, it's our fault because you didn't put the discipline on her like you were supposed to.
That's facts. I said that before. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, whatever happened with you dealing with any woman, at the end of the day, as a man, because you're the leader always carries the majority of the burden of the responsibility. So it's always, the onus is always on the man. Always. And
it should be.
These dudes don't want to be accountable no more than the fucking women that they get online and complain about. They need to quit that shit.
You know what? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, sweetie.
Salute to Travis Rogers.
I'm trying to cut everybody off, and I'm sorry. But I, growing up believing in the Bible, which I still do, I always read from the King James version. So, and a lot of times, just I really believe that God showed me, from a young age, being, just believing in him, trusting in him, as my savior.
Come on, man.
I needed a man.
I teach you how to trust and believe in me.
I needed a man. You know what I mean? It sounds kind of silly, but it's like, you needed, you know, you need, for especially women, I mean, you need God or somebody or God to guide you. You know, you need that type of guidance because, you know,
here's something. Pardon me, Miss Aline. Here's something for guys to chew on. If women, right, with as efficient they are, just look at this feminism shit and how powerful it done got in the amount of time it's been around. If women knew what the fuck to do, which way to go, they'd rule the fucking planet.
The hand that rocks the cradle,
especially since you can't control your dick. They would run this motherfucker if they had any fucking direction. And this is why you should understand as a man that, you know, that's why you in charge.
But Top, this the thing, man. If I don't care if she's a feminist, a womanist, all that shit. If you snatch her up while you hitting it from the back and you say, "I'm your master," and smack her on the backside and snatch her fucking ball, and you snatch her fucking ball, the submission starts in the bedroom, and that's what people don't realize. It starts in the bedroom.
Respect. It start with your conversation. That's what it starts with.
I mean, I'm talking about the actual implementing of what it is. You can say all you want.
It should start with your conversation, because conversation rule everything. But that's a problem.
It should, but it
communication is a problem there. But
if you're not dominating her in the bedroom, you're not gonna dominate her. Period.
And the reason why I kind of shy away from that thought process is because women can give their body away to anybody. They give their bodies away to several anybodies. So you have to understand that as a man, you'll never ever rule over her body. But that's not what supposed to be going after. You're supposed to be going after her mind, because where the mind go, the body will follow. At least that's what I was told by the old folks. It could be wrong, but I doubt it.
But I mean, the conversation is how you get the hook in. But you really can't implement nothing that you talk about until you implement it in the bedroom.
Yeah, I still would disagree with that.
A woman is not going to submit to you if you can't marinate that fish right.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
I don't think so necessarily.
And another reason why I don't necessarily think that that's right is because when it comes to sex, it's 1,000 times easier for a woman to get sex than it is for a man. So it's less important to women.
But they can't get good sex though.
Well, I mean, that may or may not be true. I don't know. I'm not a woman. But what I do know, you know what I'm saying, I know this from experience. What you say to her is going to determine what she think. And that's what you want. That's what you want.
Can I just chime in really quick?
And most dudes, their first instance of inconsistency is they say something to a woman and they can't even remember what the fuck they told her. You understand what I'm saying? So they can't be the man that they presented themselves as. That's a big part of the problem.
I feel you, Top, but you and I both know. You done been around the world, around the block, and all that good stuff. You and I both know that hockey stick is an important part. You can't have the greatest conversation, but your hockey stick is whack. If your hockey stick is whack, she is not submitting to you, and you know that.
I don't necessarily agree. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think it's more mental than it is physical. Not saying that it don't play a part. It's just not as important as we tend to think it is with women anyway.
From a woman's perspective, you know, I think if a guy is trustworthy and he, you know, shows, that he's a good problem solver and all of that, that he's worthy of submission. You know what I mean? I think that's, at least for me, that's if a guy shows that he's worthy to be, submitted to, outside of the bed. Because here's the thing,
Miss Celine, stay right there, Miss Celine. Everybody hit the like button. Okay? Y'all ain't hit a super chat, y'all ain't hit a cash app, but you can hit the like button. Now hit the like button. It helps the algorithm. Help Uncle Ism catch that wave, man. I'm trying to go up in my numbers. Now hit the thumbs up. It looked like a thumb. Miss Celine. So what is it that a man has to have for you to submit? A lot of guys need to know. What do women, need to, be a woman that wants to submit? What, give us some things to we can learn for the men in here. Go ahead.
Well, I think, and it sounds kind of silly. You guys could, you guys don't have to agree, but I see Jesus, I'm not married yet. So I see Jesus as a believer. I see Jesus as my leader, and Jesus is patient. Different kind of leadership aspects like being patient, having integrity, being understanding, and showing that he's competent enough to guide you, and that you can trust him.
But nobody wants that guy until they suffer in life.
Well, I'm 22, and I like those kind of guys.
But how much have you suffered in life?
Not much.
Okay.
All I can say about Miss Celine is, when you do find that dude, I surely hope that you think of him like you think of Jesus. Because if you do, you'll have a very good relationship. That's just my opinion, though.
I think a woman should love her man more than she loved Jesus.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. You can't be submitting to two dudes, especially when one, you ain't never met this motherfucker.
Oh my God.
Well, and the prayer of faith for you, for God.
See, that's the kind of shit that you that's the kind of game you drop on them Christian bras. You know what I'm saying? I am Jesus, baby. Look at this bronze skin and hair of wool. Now come over here and rub it.
Who you talking about? You talking about Uncle Ism? Yeah, man. What do you mean change my avatar? I got hair of wool, Jack. Hair of wool, like Jesus. Hey.
See my avatar got that smoke for you.
Mr. Life, thank you, brother. Let me get you up there, man. Right on. Who is this dude keep talking about socks up in here, man? Only me, man. Get him out of here, y'all. Why I gotta do that?
That's a submissive woman right there. Isn't why they keep blocking that good woman?
I'm trying to read other stuff and do the technology side of the game. Y'all know I gotta get a hookup.
That's a good woman. Ism. She say I want to serve a man, and she want to worship at his feet and put his socks on. That's a good woman. Ism. Don't block her.
Oh, okay. All right then. Well, they keep saying the same thing. I'm trying to read the other goddamn comments. Hey, Khadijah, won't you read the super chat right here for us, baby?
She deserves a wrench.
Ooh, shit. Mr. Life says, highly disagree with the guy about the D game. White men prove this all the time. You don't need good D to get submission. You need vision and purpose. And thank you, Mr. Life, for the $10.
Man, that's cap, because even white men get divorced for having bad D too. That's why these white women is creeping and they cuckolding their husbands.
I disagree with you on that. I would say that might be a small portion of the white community, but the larger white community, when you look at white men and white women, they putting it down. And you know how that they putting it down? Because they own the whole goddamn country and everything in it, including you.
I agree with this statement, because the thing is, your money doesn't tell me whether you're a decent person or not. And it doesn't tell me how responsible you are as a person.
Jesus didn't even have a place to lay his feet or lay his head to sleep, you know. But it's like you still trust in his leadership.
See, when Nemo get out of school, she gonna have some problems.
How much you pay for that pussy?
But yeah, I do agree with that statement, though.
Yeah, so
that's because she ain't had no real D. And I'm telling you something, a woman can love her husband to death, but the moment she get divorced and take his house, she gonna give all that submission to some young buck who knocking it down.
I got a big ass.
Let me tell you something, young buck. I done had chicks do shit that you would think they wouldn't do unless I fucked them real good. So that's why I disagree with, you know what I'm saying, putting down the D, and that's what's going to hook her in all the way. Now, that's just a small part of the overall, you know, situation.
Everybody doesn't have good D, so it's just like, I mean,
that's true. And every chick
like you gotta have something else, and then everybody's not gonna be having sex for the rest of their life. So you have to have something when the sex goes.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, let's keep it real, man. If you built like a Tasmanian devil, a nigga is settling for you, okay?
God damn. Yo, I can't even get that image out of my mind right now. That's fucked up.
Cold in the game.
Some little ass legs, homie.
Blood in the game.
It's just like nobody cares about your doctorate. Nobody cares about your money. Because if you built like a Tasmanian devil.
I'm not even
a lot of organic food.
But the reality is, rent or housing is the biggest expense.
He pays the rent.
Okay, but being the man in the relationship, paying the rent, you're living technically under his roof. Does that qualify him to have a little more say in the relationship, or no?
No, I wouldn't say that because I don't quantify certain things. So like if he pays the rent, but maybe maybe I'm actually physically going to go buy the groceries. So I'm going to put my time and my effort and my energy into doing something, and he's going to do something else.
Do you do all like the cooking and cleaning?
No.
Okay.
He's a Virgo, so he's like really good.
Because he's paying the rent. That's really nice. Does he what does he get in return?
What does he get in return?
Oh,
he gets a lot in return.
Okay, like what?
Like I'm gonna keep that. I don't know, not answered.
Oh, okay.
Y'all see that?
You know that didn't I tell you they be competing with each other?
I do everything. But just take my route. I just make sure that I would do the cooking, cleaning. I would do everything in the house.
You're saying if a guy's paying your rent,
you got some
you're doing everything.
Yeah, free rent. What?
Around the YouTube channel.
She got gang.
What do you mean?
Your YouTube channel. You really enjoy that, right? So I think you would find a way to fit in your schedule, prioritizing your relationship, and while also not essentially sacrificing all of your channel.
Yeah, I wouldn't just like do nothing. I think you can cook and clean and still do other things.
But I think you guys are mishearing what I'm trying to say. Like if he pays the rent, okay, but let me give you whatever. Let's say the rent is $5,000. It's not $5,000, but let's say it's $5,000. Maybe I'm gonna spend $2,000-3,000 for something else. So it's not like
hey, pause it right quick.
So like he pays rent, but maybe I'm gonna spend the same amount of money for something else.
So it's more like 50-50.
It's not 50-50 because that's just not how I was brought up, and that's not how I was raised.
Okay, what would you say? It's like 80-20?
Maybe 70-30.
70-30. Okay.
Yeah, that's close to 50-50.
I mean, it sounds what I believe most women would expect is the 70-30. They might not say it. And I think that 70-30 is the new 50-50 because we're going to downplay the man's money versus the woman's money, if that makes sense. I think this is essentially a modern relationship. I don't prefer modern relationships, and I think they have their own issues because I don't think there's that sweet intimacy that is between a feminine woman and a masculine man, where you just have these understanding of your roles within the home. But some people want to gender bend and they want to do their relationships how they want to do it. I know that if I had to grow up in that kind of situation where I didn't see either one of my parents, I don't think I'd be happy with that.
And I want to just say I was in a relationship before
right there,
where I was taking care of everything, and I was like, I still had my thing going on, whatever, but like it was in control, and I felt that that was just not for me because I felt very Like, I don't want to hear an argument like "get out of my house." Like, that's not something I would ever want to hear. So
That's
would
that's
put myself
exactly the
in
situation
situations
she need to be in.
That's the
Doesn't work
default
for me.
setting. Get out
You
my
think it
house.
depends
Come
on
on,
the
brothers.
guy, for
No,
sure.
that's
So like maybe that
she
was
said
just
she don't want to be in that kind of a
Yeah,
situation with a dude. But that's the
Man,
kind of
that blonde,
situation she need to be in. She need to be up underneath a dude who pay everything so that he could feminize her motherfucking ass, and she ain't got shit to do but wash dishes.
but TOP,
You know what
look
I'm
at look at the prison babe dude, Jeremy Meeks. You know what I'm saying? He got out the prison with nothing. Got that billionaire, put that D game down on her, and now he living the billionaire life. So much so that she gave $2 million to his baby mama to get the kid.
That bitch is. She had to pay for the dick. Did you see what that bitch looked like?
I understand that. I understand
Now what
that.
I'm saying.
But if he wasn't marinating that fish right, she wouldn't have get none of that.
Here go the game. You ready? Here go the game. You ready? Pay to play is for real, but it don't go the way that motherfuckers do it. If a chick come into your life, she's supposed to give you all the money.
There you go. Brothers better keep control.
This is
Who got an
not-
echo back there?
This
Is
is
that you,
not
Pastor?
less than the motherfucking deal.
It shouldn't
She's
be.
supposed to come with
Let's see.
all the motherfucking money because back in the days when you used to get a chick, she came with a dowry. Now these chicks come. They put the whole game down on you because they want you to pay.
See, off top, they'd already done made y'all a trick. Pastor, you want to pull up in here?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So can you all hear me here?
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear, player. Go ahead.
Hey man, just giving y'all a shout out from our show. You already know. So my boy came through, so I had to drop the super chat on you all.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, but the thing is, man, I kind of agree to and fro with a lot of this right here, right? Because I am married. I waited till about 39 years old to get married, no kids. But I do agree with my guy about the wife's money, right? Everything goes into the pot, especially hers. That's one thing that men have to do. But as far as that 50-50, I kind of think it's 100-100 at that point in time, especially if you're dealing with a woman. You want to make sure that you control all of that and make sure that it's going to all the proper resources. Second thing is you want your woman making money, because if she go out and cheat on you, you want her to use her own money, not your money. That's what really pissed me off, right? Is when their wife go out and cheat on them, and he's spending 100% of everything to take care of her, and she go give it to another dude. Nah, player, it don't work that way, man. So make sure that she has some business to do.
But is that buying the batch? Did you have to buy the woman? Did you have to buy her submission? Go ahead.
Who me? No.
No. I'm just saying in general, not you personally.
Okay,
But
yeah.
If I pay everything, then he not expecting that woman to do nothing with nobody. But is that buying submission?
I don't know if that buying submission, man. I think it's all about purpose and vision. I think it, like the guy, it was one of the guys say that the D game is the thing. I don't think the D game is the thing, man. It's about your vision and purpose. It's about your ability to actually express to her what you're trying to do, what you want to do, and where you're going. And women will get on board with that. And then your D game is just like, that is just the icing on the cake, man. It's not the entire cake. It's not you buying her submission. It's about you giving her a vision about where you are going and her falling in line with it. That's not buying. That's just her actually conceding to you, if that makes sense.
Hey, Pastor, can I clarify my statement? Now, I do think that I don't think the D is the most important thing. I think it's one part of a two-pronged thing. I think the first prong is demonstrating your character and your ability to be what it is that she needs in her life. And I just think that the D game is the second prong of a two-prong attack.
Just unmute when you want to come in, because we be having a little background noise, y'all. So anybody want to unmute, just come in, and then when you finish talking, mute back up. Go ahead, y'all got the flow.
All right, yeah. Just like I was saying, man. I think the D game is subservient to your vision and purpose, because if you have that in play, women will actually sacrifice sexual gratification in order to make sure that their lifestyle gratification is met. Sure, shoot your purse over good dick. That's what I'm saying, right? So she'll take that, and that could draw out for a very long time. I'm not saying that it's not going to stop her from cheating or any of those type of things, because there's nothing that can guarantee that you're going to get 100% of fidelity at any given time. I'm just simply saying when we're talking about from that submissive state, the D game is subservient to your vision and purpose and where you're going, because I definitely think that she'll fall in line with that. But I do get what you're saying, though. I think it has an impact, as in making sure that she stays that she stays faithful to you from the sexual side. But I don't think that gives you submission.
But I agree with you. So along going with that, then why? So people will go along with the finance and the comfort, and I agree with that. But we all know that the pool boy stereotype is a thing. And don't nobody got a pool boy if they're not living good. Let's just keep it real. And we know that the pool boy is getting a whole lot of action.
Just like I said, I don't agree. I never did. I think we're conflating fidelity with submission, and I don't think they necessarily go hand in hand.
Really? Okay, explain that.
Yeah, because once again, submission comes to about your vision, purpose, and her falling in line with your vision. All right, so and that's the same thing with men, right? So men could love a woman but still go out and sleep with someone else. I think a lot of men just misconstrue women just to not to think for them to be sexual beings. She will be in line with you. She could be in line with you and stay in line with you. But when you look at the numbers, like my guy says, the empirical data shows that women between the ages of 25 to about 45 cheat at the same rate men do. So, but at the same time, I think that she can fall in line with your vision and purpose and still go out and get some side D and still come back and still be in line with your vision and purpose.
And I'm gonna tell you, all you really gotta do is just look at pimps, for example. You would be hard pressed to say that the hoes that's up under them are not in submission, and in a lot of cases, they ain't fucking, and if they are fucking, them is the only chicks that they are fucking. So really, the D game, it's not really as important as guys think. It's important to us as guys more than it is to women. I mean,
but we talk about square stuff, TOP. We can't talk about the game. We talk about square shit. It don't apply.
I don't know why. Shit, a pimp ain't nothing more than a man.
I feel you, but there's a lot more going on in that dynamic though than just square shit.
I hear what you're saying, but on the other hand, I have a comparative way of thinking, and so I see, like, metaphorically how one thing is related to another thing. You understand?
I mean, but a lot of them dudes is combing their heads though.
So to me, a man, a square that's a real dude, a real man, a manly man is not unlike a pimp. The only difference is they don't operate in the same area.
I get where you're coming from, Top, but a lot of guys look at the word pimp as a bad word, a dirty word, so they can't even wrap their mind around that. But I understand what you're saying, the dominance he have on the woman, the psychosis he have on his woman, that she's subservient to him.
That's what I keep trying to iterate, is that at the end of the day, ultimately, any relationship that you have, be it with a woman or another male, at any time in your life, is always ultimately a psychological thing. Because, like I said, where the mind go, the body will follow.
Okay, I want y'all to check this out, and then we're gonna talk on this. We got the old thought, the top-notch thought, Corinne Steffen, Superhead. You know what I'm saying? And see, these is gonna be some of these women that don't want to listen. That little stripper chick, see, that's gonna be her right there. You know, in some years from now, because she didn't want to listen. See, these are some old broads. She say good moms but bad choices. You know what I mean? So I don't know. You made bad choices that make you a good mom. I don't know. You know, women, they think all of them is good. Oh, she's beautiful. Then women can't make a mistake. So let's see what they talking about right quick, and then y'all, you know what I mean, get y'all, you know.
And that were just
right
powerful. And then the last thing that I remember that I think really shaped me and my voice is my mother used to work at a clothing store, and I would walk down there after school every day, and then stay in.
What y'all ready to marry that, huh?
Nah, but she do got some big old legs on her though.
Yeah. She looking good, but listen to her mouth though.
The back room for the next few hours until she got off.
It's always somebody else's fault.
And one day, her boss, who was a
Fair
Middle
use.
Eastern man, was yelling at her, and she was yelling back, and he didn't like that, so he slapped her.
Oh shit!
And she, before his hand even left her face, she had slapped his ass back, and she slapped him so fucking hard. He lost his balance. A little bit of blood came out his mouth, and I was in the back like, yes, bitch. I don't even like my mom, but I was like, yo, I want to be the woman who slaps back.
Wait a minute. He slapped her, and it just was a little. Psh. What is this woman got a chin of Joe Frazier? But when she slapped him, he get off balance. He got blood, and she didn't even like her mama. See, these women be having trauma. Did that wrong? Y'all better listen to these women. What y'all think about this?
I think that this is a perfect case, a perfect example for why guys should be talking to these women before they be trying to put their dick in them. Because in a lot of cases, if you hear some of the shit that come out their mouth, I'm pretty sure if you're a reasonable dude, you have second thoughts about getting naked with this chick. You know what I'm saying?
Like her mama.
You know, according to the other young man that was just up here, if you put the D game down, she really gonna be crazy.
Pastor, what you got to say on this? Then I'm coming to you, None Mode.
Man, in the words of Kevin Gate, this is a renegade hole and you better stay in line. So the thing about this, man, is just like my guy said, I'm just going to regurgitate what he just simply said, man. Yes, the body look good and all these other type of things, but man, you gotta do a thorough, exhaustive check before you go sticking your penis inside anything that actually look like a hood rat chick. And this is what this strikes me as a hood rat chick that just made it. A lot of guys will fall for this and fall into it and fall for the trap. And let's be honest, her name is Superhead, so she's going to give you some great sex game at the same time. So you'll find yourself spending all your dollars, all your money, and your house being chaos constantly all the time. To me, I tell guys to stay away from bras like this all the time, bro, because why do you want to move on something like this right here? Yeah, you might have a good night, but your whole week going to be effed up.
Not your whole week, your whole motherfucking life going to be fucked up because that bitch going to put you in the book.
Definitely put you in the book.
Pastor say get a diagnostic check on the bitch, right? You understand? Get a whole fax on the batch, right?
Yeah, man.
None more. Let's let the lady get up in there. None more. What you think about this? Is these old women mad? They don't like their mother?
Hold on, I'm doing something.
Oh, okay, babe. Go ahead. So Terrence is back. What you thinking, man? I don't like a woman that don't like her mother. That might mean something wrong with her psyche.
Oh, God, my bad.
I was saying I agree with that, and we got to look at women like Corinne Steffens. Like the only reason why she don't respect her dude is because he ain't roll his sleeve up and comb her head. You mean to tell me you going out skating with 2 other dudes?
Wow.
I'm just saying, like, let's keep it real. She cheated on him with Lil Wayne and Bow Wow. She didn't comb her head. That's why she don't respect him.
Like, if I was fucking with her, that would be the furthest thing from my mind. You know what I'm saying? I just look at her like I look at her and make her feel stupid. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason is because, especially if I sat down and she told me about that experience, that would be the furthest thing from what I'd be trying to do with her, because that's what she expect, or that's what she looking for. That's what she anticipated. You understand what I'm saying? So to get into a chick mind, man, you got to be what they say, different. And the easiest way to be different is just to talk to them and find out what the fuck they've been through. I'm telling you, you had that chick following you for fucking life, man. You'll be her best friend, her only real friend, and she trusts implicitly.
I just think that when it comes to women like Superhead, the only type of man that she would respect is the men that treat her like the rappers do. and they not treating her with respect. They're not. They're just not.
Yeah, I think it's I wouldn't necessarily say that you're wrong because on the low, all women are masochistic by nature. So they all like a little bit. They all like a little bit of mistreatment. You know what I'm saying?
And I was going to tell you that, Top.
They actually get turned on by that shit. If you don't believe me, you got a girlfriend, call her up, cuss her out, call her all kind of bitches, hang up on her, then call her right back, apologize, be real nice and real gentlemanly, and then ask for some pussy.
I was going to tell you, Top.
She gonna start laughing because the pussy done got wet, and you gonna get some good sex that night.
Well, that's
let me tell you the less toxic way of doing that.
Right there. I'm gonna give it to you, Pastor. I just want to say that's a veteran right there. Then I'm gonna give it to you, Pastor.
You gotta be a little bit toxic.
Some women laying in bed. I know the brother Terrence was talking about that bed is the top game, and then Pastor say he work a little more with the mental. I think you need a little bit of both, man. But look at here, players. Some women they like you to. It might sound crazy, R. Kelly them. Some women like you to spit on them. Some women like you to choke them, grab their hair a little bit, walk them around the house with a dog chain. Man, there's some wild stuff out there now.
That's a baldism.
Go ahead, man.
Now, not to say that you do have to do all those things just to keep your woman in. Well, not to keep her in line, but to keep the sexual.
You said it right.
Whole appetite. No. It's to keep that appetite in line for you, right? Because I did say that I do want to preface that I did say that her fidelity and her submissiveness don't necessarily correlate to me. I haven't saw that throughout my lifestyle because I used to sleep with a lot of women that had husbands, and I can tell you it's this one story where this lady had me and like two other dudes over her house. I called us dick, money, and finance, and I was dick, right? And at the end of the night, she made dick and money leave, and finance stayed because she needed a new bedroom set to get paid for. And so, and she was a true pimp. She taught me the game. She taught me how to run women. And so, and she told me that you got to get to the mind first, and then once you work the mind, you can get anything else to follow. And I had plenty married women giving me cash, but once again, it never did give me submission because they always go back to their husband. That was the main thing. I was just a little flea in the wind.
Hey, my mama told me, and she had plenty of game. Rest in peace. Kareem, that's my name. Always ask women for something. I don't care if it's a piece of gum. Ask them for something.
You got to get buy-in. You got to give them to give you something.
And if they give you something, that keep it going. Don't stop.
Hey,
that's how you get them to make that investment in you.
A woman will give you sex before she give you cash. I want a lot of men to think about that. Sex is like the baseline for them. Now, when they step up and start buying you things, giving you cash, like hard earned cash, that shows you that they have buy-in. It's not when you get the sex. It's when they start doing all the ancillary things that comes along with it. And the less toxic thing that... Yeah. And I wanted to talk about the less toxic way of doing that because you said you got to be toxic. There is a professional way to do that with a woman. When she calls you, say that you at work, I'm busy, I call you back, and you never call her back. That's a lot less toxic way of doing that than getting all cursing and all the other stuff. And when she called you back, say, "Oh, I was busy handling X, Y, and Z at work and trying to do this," and now you got her, and now you're working the mind from both ways because now she's intrigued about what you do, and now you also getting her panties wet at the same time. I think a lot. So it's about a guy being busy. It's about a guy always being busy and not always available when she pick up the phone and call, and you got to intentionally push her off.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. But I also would like to humbly remind you, sir, that there's many ways to skin a cat.
I do, and I said the less toxic way. That's what I said.
The more ways you know how to skin a cat, the more motherfucking in demand you will be, and the more cats you will have following you around.
Touche, my friend.
I'm a man of many talents.
Man, I think that the best thing for a relationship is I think a man should call his woman a bitch. And the reason why is because don't do it when you're angry, Cause like that's like not the right time. But do it like when you're not angry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Man,
you
dude,
gotta
that you just said some shit that flew over these niggas' heads.
like I think you should call your woman a bitch, but I don't think you should do it when you're angry. You gotta kind of sneak it up on them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Ism did the show about the word bitch. He was talking about you pretty bitch, you know, you sexy bitch. And it don't have to be nothing angry. And you'll see once she accepts it, because one day you'll be like, damn, bitch, why don't you get that thing out the kitchen? She's like, well, I can't see it. And once she do that, it's like she almost accepts it.
Mm-hmm. And incidentally, that's how you bring the heart out of a woman. You got to know what you're doing. You have to start small. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you gotta ease it on them.
You got to introduce it to them. You start off by calling her a nasty girl, and then you ramp that shit up. You just, yo, little nasty little slut, and then you ramp it up and you sexy bitch. You understand? Before you know it, you call her a full out dirty hoe. And she love that shit, I'm telling you.
Man, you catch it, but you gotta do it. Has to be like a reward system when you're doing that, right? Like let's say she in the
That's
kitchen.
Where the D come down.
Let's say she in the kitchen, right? And she doing what she's supposed to do as a woman. You seeing her cut up some bell peppers and onions and shit, and you just see her doing what a woman is supposed to do. So you walk behind her, you smack her in the ass, you grab her by the fucking throat and say, "You sexy bitch."
Nah, fuck all that. Tell that bitch she look good. She look good as hell over there, naked, cooking in the kitchen. Then you walk over there and you stick your finger in her butt.
Cold in the game.
Motherfuckers ain't ready. You better hide your motherfucking auntie. Hide your auntie, nigga. I'm lurking in the summer.
I hear you, Pastor. Let Pastor jump in there. Go on ahead.
No, man, I'm just laughing because I'm just thinking about this. I did this when I was young. Just like I said, I used to open the car door for women and call them.
Do you want to share your age with the players over here?
I'm 45, man. I'm 45.
You giving up the game.
Yeah. So when I was young, I opened the car door for her and say, "Get in, bitch." But that's stuff that I did with young broads. Right. Mm-hmm. So and I do want to differentiate from the two, because when you're dealing with young bars, you can get away with that type of stuff because they do love that some level of toxic stuff. But as you get older, you got to figure out there's time and places to do that. And I found out the best time to do that as you get older inside the game is when you do got a good dick game and you putting it down and you do it inside the bedroom. That's the perfect time to do it. Outside of everything else, hey man, I don't know what y'all talking about unless you're dealing with young bras that's broke.
Hey, but man, let me tell you, I got them from
the more money she got, the better it works.
I got them from 22 to 62, and I'm gonna tell you though, with the older
62-year-old ones,
with the older female, them old chicks got game. They done been around, they know some shit, and I'm always looking to learn. But the thing with older females, so like I'm 40, I'm 46. So with the 62-year-old chick, see, I already understand. This is what I already understand because she a woman. It's a hell of an ego boost that she get to fuck with me. Why? Not because I'm handsome. Not because I got a lot of money. Because I'm 40-fucking-6 and she's 60 goddamn 2. That's why. And I play off that. Man, niggas ain't got no game. I can't even tell these niggas nothing else because they might go out there and ruin
these
life.
These dudes heard you say she was 62, and then this would happen. This what they thought. You said 62.
What that got to do with anything?
Man, at 62, her pussy broke.
Nigga, I don't even gotta fuck her to get what I want. That's the point.
Is that that geriatric woman screaming, man, when you broke her sacroiliac, knocked her hip out of place? She was 62.
Man, that's elderly abuse, Ty.
My boy trying to get that Social Security out of her. Be down here every month on the 3rd.
Every man should have a sugar mama at least once in his life, so you know what it's like. But you know, you don't have to fuck a woman to get out of her what you want. That's what I keep trying to explain to you, dude.
Jennifer minute be on that Henny.
You know what I'm saying? Just because she want the D, and I said this before, you dudes got to learn how to do to women the same shit they do to you. Just like you want some of her pussy, but she don't want to give you none. It's the same way she could want some of your dick and you ain't got to give her none. Just like you take her ass out on dates before you get the pussy, she can take you out on dates before she get the dick.
Totally agree.
I think a man should ration it to a woman.
The game is not that goddamn complicated. You understand what I'm saying? And another thing, like I just pointed out, a lot of you will hark on her motherfucking age, but this is what you're missing, is that she know more than I know. Because she older than I am. She got more life experience. She done seen more shit. So my interaction with her is totally different.
Oh no, man. We got a player. He got some words for you, man.
This has been known information. If a woman reaches age 30 and is unmarried, something's wrong with her.
Don't be messing with them old, bro. She was double 30.
Rest in peace. Like I said, Ism, I got him from 22 to 62.
There you go.
Make sure you get your name on the life insurance.
See, that's another part of the game that these niggas don't. These niggas don't understand the game.
Hey man, we gonna have to put your picture up there, top. You want all the whole senior citizen home? Let me move you right here. Let me put you up. Beware of this brother right here. If you see him hanging out here, the Social Security building, the senior citizen home, watch out for this face right here.
Hey,
Rick Fox looking ass nigga.
I started on these niggas on Affy Kingdom channel in 2019, and
he trying to get all the 62-year-old women.
That the one bitch that I fuck with, I'm on the life insurance policy. So if she pass away, nigga, who you think go get the bag? I'm gonna get the bag.
They got his picture on the wall at the senior citizen spots.
I'm trying to tell you,
hey, but Top, let's keep it real, bro. Because I used to do my thing with the OGs. They love toxicity way more than the younger ones. They love it.
That's what
they look at you. They like you too much, but you too much.
These women, shout out to the pimp god because he acknowledged that he one of the only motherfuckers I know who said it. But women love confrontation. A lot of you motherfuckers think that when you be acting quote unquote toxic, that turn women off. They will never tell you that turn them on because you will use it against them.
Man, they bring that old pussy back to life.
There is no advantage in a bitch telling you what
all this old pussy talk. Y'all trying to rejuvenate pussies, old 62-year-old bitches. Man, what's going on, Pastor? Help us out, man. We need some help up in here, man. These niggas got all these geriatric bitches, man. Old
I'm quiet on this one,
value. They act like they don't see the topic. Old pussy has no value. Old hoes have no value, man.
Shit, that's what the topic.
Outside of being a sugar mama, they don't.
There you go.
Sugar mama, they ain't got no value.
That's what the topics say, but
here we go.
It depends on what you're trying to get out the situation.
Wait a minute. Did y'all hear this? Look what she say.
She slapped him so fucking hard. He lost his balance. A little bit of blood came out his mouth. And I was in the back like, yeah, bitch. I don't even like my mama, but I was like, yo, I want to be the woman.
She want to be the woman that slap a man.
Slaps the shit out of a man.
What?
She said she don't like her mama.
She say she want to slap a man.
I grew up to be kind of.
And then she said he slap the shit out of
that I saw. Those fiery.
She said she don't like her mama. That's big because that's a lot of black women secretly feel like that. They just don't say it.
That's gonna be a problem then if you meet a woman that's got that. But see, this is the perfect example. She's got the look that most guys would find attractive, but she want to slap the shit out of a man. She gonna not stop messing with Lil Wayne. So the modern woman probably not gonna stop messing with her side dude who probably got married, got kids, but they still busted babies on the side for 20 years. Okay. And she not gonna stop messing with Bow Wow. Okay. And she want to slap the shit out of her man. So she go over to them to get dominated and come home and dominate you brothers. You brothers got to be careful of this pretty ugly woman because this woman is ugly to me. I don't like her. Go ahead, players.
She got a nice figure, but she got like her face is like average to me.
Yeah, she
And
had a
that
funky
wig,
attitude.
that wig is horrible. Or that
Man,
weave
I'm
is,
telling you,
that shit is horrible.
the dude that
The
combed
wig
her
is horrible.
motherfucking head is gonna be the
Yeah.
one that she listened to.
She a grape swisher and Henny chick.
In the words of Kevin Gate, this is still a renegade. I doubt that she ever gets married unless she actually marries somebody that's uber super rich and that like to be paid. I don't see her getting married.
She's
back
been
to
married
that.
twice. What you talking about?
Back to that. So some of these rich dudes be into some weird sex, huh?
Man, they be on that Deshaun Watson bullshit.
Damn.
and she into that shit, man. She was fucking with all them isms were Sweetwater niggas.
Yeah, I didn't ever read her book or no shit like that. I wasn't interested.
And where the whole ethics at, man? Why they always want to expose somebody? Hoes supposed to keep the
That's
secret.
what they
man.
do.
They ain't
That's
got
what
no
they
ethics
do.
in the hoeing.
But Top, the one
that's what they do.
Top, this the thing. When
That's why
somebody
you
asked
never
her,
tell them your business.
Top, when somebody asked her, I think it was somebody, I forget who she did an interview with. They asked her who the love of her life was, and she said Cool G Rap. And guess what? He was the one that went upside her motherfucking head.
I mean, it's chicks out here and that's they can't. I mean, I'm aware of females like that, personally. So
And she wants that from her husband. That's why she tries to provoke him in that way. And because he doesn't respond in the way that she needs him to, that's why she makes him suffer the way that he's suffering.
I wouldn't suffer. I also
I'm
wouldn't
saying-
go upside her head because she ain't get ready to call no police on me.
I mean, I wouldn't go upside her head either. I'm just saying that's what she wants. That's what she wants.
She want that moment. She wants you to go upside her head so she had that moment to slap the shit out of you. It'll never be me. It'll never be me.
Very often, but I just do it scared.
Yeah.
Because the question is, what's the alternative?
Not doing it at all.
Being walked over the rest of your life?
Yep. Regretting not slapping that nigga back.
Reliving it? Like,
right. Yeah. Right.
So the way I slap.
These are old hoes. See? Old hoes. Talk about they good moms with bad choices. Well, if you made bad choices, how they make you a good mom? Is that a oxymoron? Did that wrong? Let's continue.
Back is by writing it all down. Because the one thing I realize is that people fear the truth more than they fear lies. And most people would rather hear a man lie than a woman tell the truth. And so I know that if I just tell...
Man, see, if she talk with that soft voice, she'll trick you into believing her shit, fellas. See, it was already something. A man is wrong and a woman has the truth and a man lies. Watch it.
And most people would rather hear a man lie than a woman tell the truth.
See?
And so
But you niggas didn't even, you let that slide by because you're looking at them thighs. You let it slide because you're looking at them thighs. Did that wrong? Moses. Books for Moses. Stop looking at them thighs, nigga.
I know that I just tell the truth. The truth is what people hide from you. So if I know the truth, the best way for me to get you back is to just tell the truth. Just the truth. Just the truth. Not a lie. I don't have to be mean about it. I just have to tell A, B, C, D, and this is how it happened. And I was there and I saw it and this is how it affected me. And so many people are hiding from their own truths that it upsets them when you write down your own.
It's triggering.
Yeah, to them. Money making.
She just wanted
Money making. Did you hear that? Now, what man would sit around and listen to women talk like this? So some of you dudes, I see you on panels with women and they sitting around talking like this. You hairstylist, simp, avenger, cape ass dudes. I'm tired of her talking.
From their own truths that it upsets them when you write down your own.
It's triggering.
Yeah, to them.
Yeah.
Money making.
Money making. See? Money making for me. See, you got to watch the verbal wordplay. Basically, she's putting a analysis on you and psychoanalyzing you and then running manip game. I gave y'all the stream. Y'all don't want to give me 1,000 views. Manip game. That video should have 1,000 views, man. How these women manip you, man. Go ahead, players. Y'all got the phone.
Man, when you're dealing with women like Superhead, you gotta tie her ass up like a pretzel.
You shot the fuck out. Nah, this the type of chick right here where She can't. It's a lot of information that she can't have about you because she the type of bitch that will run her fucking mouth about the type of shit that she know, and the less she know about you, the better.
Man, you gotta
That's
degrade women
that's
like
this
her.
kind. That's this kind of bitch.
You literally gotta degrade them.
I mean, I'm not saying that that's not true. There are women out there like that.
No, they're all like that. They have to be degraded in some way.
I don't disagree with you. I mean, that's one of the things. Ironically, is very counterintuitive. But dudes don't understand that. That's one of the things that women are attracted to about dudes. You know what I'm saying? So, like, why do you think shit like giving a woman a compliment and taking it back works? You understand what I'm saying?
Man, you gotta give them a compliment, but it gotta be a roast in the compliment.
Why does making a woman feel stupid work? You understand what I'm saying?
Like, be like, you got a nice butt, but I mean, without them jeans, your booty kind of teardrop-ish.
Pastor, you want to jump in there? Jump in there, Pastor.
You kind of cute. Do I look fat? Well, you look like you gained 5 pounds since the last time you asked.
Let me ask Pastor though. Is the woman is she running manip game on these fellas, man? Cause see how she just said all that shit and then she went back to the hood girl. Make money for me.
Yes, I think men need to recognize that when they are out of their league, and no men could.
Wait. What do you mean out of my league? How's a woman out of my league, Pastor?
I'm not talking about like that. All right, so let me clarify.
Yeah, break it down because these brothers be reading it.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Just let me clarify. Women have the propensity to deal out savagery more than any man can do when we're talking about how to that manip game, like you said. And when I see this talk, and when I see her talking, and I see her moving, that tells me that I need to stay away. And most men need to stay away from this because
wait. A lot of guys say, "What do you mean moving? Her body language?"
You know, her body language, how she's talking, how she's moved throughout her years, and she's willing to be open and honest about those type of things. A lot of guys, only 1% of men can actually get with this and actually maintain some. It takes pimp level status to deal with this type of woman.
Wait a minute. They don't want to hear
I
that.
agree. She is a well-dressed hoe.
Come on, Wayne. Man, these dudes to marry these women and not knowing that they got whole tendencies, man. You got to read the woman. Go ahead, Pastor.
Man, it's something. So no matter what sexual tool or edifice you all got, a 13-inch penis, 16, you will never change. Like I said before, she's a renegade hoe, and you will not change that. No matter what you do to it, because she's had hundreds of those type of things coming at her from multiple different ways. So there's nothing that you could do sexually, mentally, or physically to get her out of her game. Only pimps. Only Don Juan can probably get her to move to sidestep. Hear me, it takes a pimp cup and not Snoop Dogg pimp cup. You got to go to the Don Juans. You got to go to the Bishops and all those type of guys that really pimp women to move her off of her game. Regular dudes like you and I, we can't do nothing with this. And it's many women out there like this that you all don't see, but you run into on an everyday basis and think you can actually tame these type of women. You cannot. They don't saw it. They don't done it. They don't had it. You can't do anything about it. You would just be another name, number, and statistic into what she's doing, and you will be a victim.
That's why you got to be a woman tamer. You have to be a woman tamer.
You can't. Another thing is you'll never be able to tame a woman sexually. It can't be done. I disagree with that. You can never guarantee fidelity from a woman ever.
But why would you want to?
Well, what the aim is? The aim of the game is to get more from her than she get out of you.
But what I'm saying is,
that's
why?
The name of the game.
But this is the thing. Why do people expect fidelity in the first place?
Well, that's I'm speaking to you saying that putting the D game down is going to make a difference. If you think putting down the D game is what's going to cause her to submit to you, then that's not correct.
No, what I was saying was it's part of a two-pronged attack.
Okay.
So
I still
so like
I
if you
still
got
have to
if you
still
got the
disagree.
leadership but don't got the D game, or if you got the D game but don't got the leadership, you might as well not have either.
Well, I understand what you getting at when you're saying that, but you know what I'm saying. Just like the gentleman was just saying in regards to Miss Stephens, the type of dude that it's going to take for her to submit to is a pimp on a pimp level.
And what
Most
is they
average,
doing, Todd?
most average dudes is not going to be able to do that. But also, what he's implying when he say that it's going to take a dude on a pimp level in order for this chick to fall in line, you have to understand that the last thing that pimps use in their arsenal of tools is they dick.
Yes, they dick. Thank you, preacher.
No, but let's talk about another thing that they use. They use the pimp hand. That's what they use it, Todd.
That's the same thing. That's the same thing that regular, quote unquote, square guys, they could employ that very same tactic. It's just that square guys be too hung up on their dick. They be too worried about trying to fuck a bitch
keep your backhand strong.
That's not how you go about getting a chick to submit to you. Because like I said, you can fuck anytime, at any time. Any dude, I believe, it's just a belief because it ain't never been proven. But I think any man has it in him to develop himself to that point. And I say that based on the fact that I'm using myself as an example. If I could do it, anybody else, any other male is capable of doing it. It's just come down to a matter of, do you have the willpower and the willingness to do it? Do you got what it takes to sacrifice?
But Todd, let's look at this though. You and Pastor is talking about pimp level stuff, and I agree with you guys 100%.
But I'm a square ass nigga. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
Me too. But what I'm saying is like, what do pimps do? They like Ism say, they chop her head over rice and they call her a bitch. That's
Me
what they
too.
Wait a minute.
I've been calling bitches since 1976, nigga.
Pimps use their hand to gain correction, not submission. And you can't get correction until you actually get that submission. So there's already a level there. And the talk game and the vision and leadership is what pimps use to get girls to buy into their vision. They don't come out slapping the bra and just throwing around. No, because you'll never get the submission at that point in time. It requires for you to express your vision and purpose for her and for him. And then once you get that submission, they only slap their women to get correction. They only do that to get correction.
And here go another thing. Even the pimps will tell you. Sir-ism will tell you. Rosebud will tell you. Hollywood Shantae will tell you. When you put your hands on the bitch, you done ran out of game, nigga.
I agree with you 100%. But what I'm saying is you can't. Hold on. I agree with you 100%. But what I'm saying is,
I psychologically smack bitches.
But you can't name me a single P who ain't never did it.
Whoever did what?
Who ain't never did neither one.
I don't know any personally to be able to attest to that either way.
Man, you can't name me a single P in the game who done been in the game who ain't never, shout out to Ism, chop her head over rice or call her a bitch. Every last pimp done did, 100% of pimps done did both of those two things.
Well, I mean, I'm not a pimp. I call them bitches all the time in a very loving way, though. Like, come here, bitch.
Right.
And then rub on her booty. You my bitch. Look in her eyes and shit. Play with her ear.
You know,
yeah, man. It's all psychological. It's all psychological.
Wait a minute, y'all. Look at this troll nigga right here. Little Meat. That nigga got a cold smile. That nigga look like you better hide your people when you see a nigga smiling like that. He got y'all dudes got too much time on y'all hand, man. Y'all
don't that look like Macbone?
Macbone Bailey. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all
That look like backbone.
Khadijah, quit it talking about you got virgin ears.
Man, Khadijah is full of cat. She over here talking about this
Khadijah
nun
what?
mode stuff.
Virginity.
She over here talking about this nun mode cap. She better start giving away that decaying snatch.
Decaying snatch.
He said decaying snatch.
Is that wrong?
That sounds like a fish out of water.
Hey, Khadijah, are you gonna go over this? He said your snatch is decaying.
I didn't say that for the record.
I did not say it.
But you can show me.
It's losing its elasticity by the day.
You don't know. You don't
Okay,
understand.
so if it's decaying and losing elasticity, you shouldn't be worried about it, now should you?
I want to inspect it and measure.
No way, Top Cat. See, why you always got to show out now? You doing so good.
Measure the moisture decline over the last 3 years.
Hey, Top Cat, I got my hoops on today.
Oh shit! You wear them stilettos, that girl, and that goddamn.
I ain't got them on right now because I'm at work, but I'll put them on after work.
Oh shit, girl! You gonna wear them 2 goddamn braids?
Huh?
You gonna wear them 2 braids with the short skirt?
Damn right.
So I can watch it.
Look. I'm none more for everybody else, but I ain't new to it. I'm true to it.
Yeah, I know that's right. It's some mode over here because I'm trying to get some. What's up? Look at Ism. Ism, shut the fuck up.
He messy as shit. This is a light-skinned dude thing. I'm convinced. He messy.
She said it's some light-skinned dude shit. Come on, Ism, knock it off.
Right. I'm a good, wholesome woman, okay? Jesus loves me.
Yeah, wholesome, all right. WHO, wholesome.
Why is Terrence, aka Black Edges, worried about me? Like, go away.
That is my guess. Miss Khadijah. That is my guess. Respect my guess.
He can be your guest.
She's a wholesome woman.
First of all,
ain't nothing wrong.
This is what y'all want again? All right, this is what y'all want? Come on in.
First of all, I am not Black Edges Matter.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are, because I was rewatching that stream that we were on for my graduation, and his comments turned into your comments. So you are.
Well, that's sad that you think that way, because at the end,
I don't think that way. I know that's.
Ain't no my guess.
I ain't nobody hating on it. I'm just calling it like it is. That's what happened, and that's what it is.
Well, I am not Black Edges Matter. I've seen.
Yes, you are. Yeah, I mean, I could go get. I mean, yes, you are though.
Person.
But you are though. Like the comments literally. The comments literally correlate with one another.
Don't be trying to use big words. Where your receipt?
Why can't just be a like-minded person?
Okay, Black Edges Matter.
You keep on calling me that, it's gonna be a problem because I'm not Black.
But that's exactly what it is, though. Like, I can literally go get a screenshot right now. He has your comment on the screen, and then it matches up with your comment as Terrence in the chat.
People be stealing people's stuff.
Ain't nobody stealing nothing. I'm just telling him my observation.
I actually saw.
You can bring everybody back now, Ism.
I actually saw that. Hold on. I'm gonna be real. I actually saw that person in the chat a few times, and
but that just okay. But you can do it on more than one phone, and then people can make more than one troll account. So that's not really saying much.
Stop being difficult and suspicious.
I saw that person in the chat.
I'm not being overly suspicious. I'm telling you what I saw.
Well, that's what you saw, but I mean,
that's cool. Moving right along. What else you talking about, Ism?
Black women are detectives. See, it's the problem.
So what we talking about now?
Black women breaking windows and being detectives.
Oh, I don't do all of that, but
no, that's
that
right.
requires more effort than I'm willing to put in.
No, that's right. You better tell them. Shit, you get a chick breaking your windows and keying up your car. That bitch was crazy before you fucked her. You just didn't know. But you know now, don't you?
So would that be like fucking a bitch crazy?
No. That means she has psychological problems to begin with.
Well,
I mean, I imagine
like her mama.
Cases, I imagine in some cases that happens. You know what I'm saying? I imagine in some cases some dudes, put it on a chick that bad, but in a lot of cases, I think the bitch was already crazy for she she was a thin line between love and hate crazy. That's silent crazy. A lot of these chicks is silent crazy like that.
Wow. I want to ask Pastor.
Then they give you that. Then they give you that snatch, and then they reveal the real them. Then these niggas be trapped because they don't know how to be honest with them to begin with.
You did, Pastor. You still there?
Yes,
I just want to ask you something right quick. So you saying the D game is not everything. You saying you need some psychological, okay? But when a woman goes bad on a guy in this particular space, the black manosphere, now these guys seem to have a envy, a vitriol, a disdain for women because of one or two relationships. How can we help these young players? OG, go ahead.
Man, I tell young players that one profession that you need to be in, especially inside your early stages from 18 to about 25, is sales. You need to learn how to go out and do sales. And I actually tell them to do door-to-door sales. And why do I say that, right? Because you have to walk up to doors and you have to spit game right there on the spot. And there's no telling what you might get. So you got to learn how to improvise. But it also does another thing, right? It makes you have tough skin. Man, I stutter. I stuttered all my life, but I've had multiple women and great sales jobs, and I've been very successful because I always knew one thing: you can always move over, you can move on to the next one, and you always get a second chance at it. So I have to say that. So go inside sales is the main thing that you need to do in order to actually express yourself to the fullest. To know that just because you lost one, you won't get the next one. It's the law of attrition, right? It's like baseball, right? If you bat if you bat 300 playing baseball, they'll pay you $5 million. But what does that mean? That means you just got on base one time out of 10. That means you got on base 3 times out of 10. That don't mean you scored a home run. That don't mean you made the second base. You just made it the first base 3 times out of 10. That's a losing average. But you can be very successful at those type of
each other, man. Because I say the same thing, Pastor. Y'all be like in baseball, 3 out of 10. That's a good percent. And these players can't handle 3 women. They ain't Uncle Ism. They only need one.
You only need one.
Hall of Fame, 3 out of 10. So, let me ask you one more question, Top. Now, hold on, Top. I want to ask Pastor one more question. So, what is more important, mouthpiece or appearance?
Oh man, I don't. Whew, boy, that's a tough one. That's definitely a tough one because I definitely believe in appearance. I definitely believe in appearance, but I think you can talk your way into some good sex, or I think you can talk your way into some sex, but I don't think you can. You can talk your way into some sex, but appearance is going to keep it there. I think that it's going to always round back because women want a man with status. So no matter how that is, a cop, fireman, or you're going to have to keep yourself up. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Most of the guys that I know, that got dogged on and ragged on, they did not keep themselves up.
Okay, players. That's very important.
I agree with him.
Go ahead, Top. You got it.
I agree with him 100%. You know, your mouthpiece is your strongest weapon in the game, aside from your mind. But you know, your mouthpiece should be a reflection of what's going on in your mind. So you know, that's where the initial interaction take place with you and a woman, with you with anybody, is communication. So you know, you got to get your communication together, because if you can't effectively communicate, then how could you express to somebody what you want, or what your boundaries is, or you know what you're willing to accept or not accept? You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing, right?
If your speech ain't accurate, you know what I'm saying? It's a very good book, motherfucker, Cherie. It's called Crazy Talk, Stupid Talk. It's pretty expensive because it's pretty rare, but read that book. But basically what it's saying is, you know, a lot of people, and myself included, you know, we fail in the communication department, and it's got a lot to do because we don't accurately communicate what it is that's on our mind. And when you can't do that effectively, everything else is going to suffer as a result. So the game always start, you know what I'm saying, with the mental, and with the you know, with the words that's coming out your mouth, and everything else is like dressing it up. You know, so I mean, you keep your appearance up for yourself, but you also are mindful that your appearance is attractive to the other to the opposite sex. So you know, you do with that what you will. But
I disagree.
I mean, me personally, I'm a leisurely type dude. I like to feel comfortable. I clothes don't necessarily make me. I make the clothes, and I mean, I pull chicks in t-shirts and sweatpants. So you know.
Hey man, there's nothing wrong with that. As long as they stay ironed and you keep it up well. It's not like a t-shirt. You can't be walking in with a dingy t-shirt. You know if you want to wear a t-shirt, you got to have all whites, right? You got to keep them crispy and clean right out the pack. Keep it moving. Nothing wrong with that. But you still having, but you're still going to make sure your beard is shaved and that your hair is on point. Those type of things. And I think a lot of guys miss that point. It's about how you carry yourself at the same time. You can't be just walking around like completely like where they can't distinguish between a homeless guy and you. That's the issue, right?
Yes.
Because that's not a big
indeed,
deal.
indeed. Your hygiene, your hygiene and your personal appearance as a man should be as important to you as it is to women. You understand what I'm saying?
Now,
But
I
it
disagree.
shouldn't be that you're doing it for women. You should be doing it because
For you.
you
Nah, that's
appreciative
cap. We all do it
of
for women.
yourself.
No, that's cap, Todd. That's cap. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Nah,
Because if we
y'all
can,
I do it
niggas
for
do
money.
it
I
for
don't know
women.
about you.
I do
man,
it.
no,
I do
it's
it.
cap.
I do
Wait
it
a minute.
because
Wait a minute. Let Terrence get
I
in there. Go
do.
ahead.
Hold on. I do it because when I look in the mirror, I like what the fuck I'm looking at. That's why I do it. Everything
Man,
else
that's
is just a
cap, bro.
bonus.
I like all of y'all opinion because this is helping younger guys, get some game. Go ahead. Let Terrence jump in there. Y'all go ahead.
The reason, all right, so I do think appearance is important, but appearance is a lot easier to overcome than lack of mouthpiece. You can overcome not being the sexiest person, but you can't overcome not having no mouthpiece. And secondly, people acting like they keep themselves up for themselves, man, that's cap, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you can get a chick without a haircut, you wouldn't need to get one. If you can get a chick into a cardboard box, why would you need a house?
I say you ain't arrived until you can get a chick with or without a haircut. That's what I would say because it's possible to do both.
Nobody does that for
mouthpiece
themselves. We
is
buy
most important.
Jordans. We buy Jordans and get nice clothes because it helps you get nice women. If you can get a woman wearing
I
pro
buy
kids, you would.
I buy Gore-Tex boots because they last a long time. I might have to stomp somebody's head in the goddamn concrete, and if it rains, my motherfucking feet won't get wet. And they got 100% money back guarantee.
Let's not cap though and say that we keep ourselves up for ourselves. That's cap. We do it to be sexy to the opposite sex.
You have to keep yourself up for yourself. It's called taking care of your health. If you don't do it, who else gonna do it?
That's a lie. Nobody does it for themselves. They do it to get a bitch.
Who else gonna take care of their teeth besides the person who go take themselves to the dentist? I'm not going to get my teeth clean for no bitches. I'm going to get my teeth clean because the motherfuckers need to be clean.
Yes. Man,
it just so happened that bitches like niggas with a nice smile and all their teeth.
And that's the cap right there. You saying you're doing it for yourself, but if you could,
I am doing it for myself.
Everybody keep themselves up so that they could knock on something.
Bro. You gotta take care of your mouth, bro. Because I'll tell you something about your mouth and your health. You could tell when a motherfucker is not in good health just by looking in their mouth. If your mouth fucked up, you got other shit going on with your physical.
This guy's hilarious.
That goes for women too. When you talking to her, look in that bitch mouth to see if she got tartar buildup or plaque buildup. That'll let you know if she got insurance or if she go to the fucking dentist.
That's true.
You really gotta look at all of these things. You motherfuckers be ready to lay down with a bitch, and the bitch got a whole block of tartar on the back of her bottom teeth.
I follow this one medical channel, and it said that like if your breath is staying, something going on with your gut.
Something wrong with your ass. Yeah, your mouth is an indication an indicator of how healthy your ass is. You got mouth problems, you might got heart problems.
Man, but we done all seen a fat, ugly dude with a bad one. Why is that?
because it's not that's proof that it's not about looks. That's proof that it's not even necessarily about sex. That's proof that it's all about your mouth game and your mental game. That's a perfect example. I'm glad you pointed that out. That kill a lot of these red pill niggas argument. That right there.
May I please say something? Because I want to address my friend Terrence about this whole thing about we try to look good because we're trying to get bitches. I don't think that's the case. I think you keep yourself up because you're trying to achieve something in life, and they might just fall in line. We all heard the quote: "You will never lose a woman chasing money, but you always lose money chasing a woman." And I think that's what it boils down back to. I'm gonna always go back to your vision and your purpose. I keep myself together because I have a vision and a purpose of places where I'm going, and that requires me to put on a suit every day. Well, not every day, at least 5 days a week. And I also walk around with my head up. But I don't walk around with my head up just because I'm trying to get bitches. I'm not even trying to get bitches no more. I'm out of that. I'm married. But I still keep myself up and I still keep myself moving because I have a vision, a purpose, and a plan on where I'm going. And I think that's why people do what they do on a day-to-day basis. You don't do it just to get a woman. You do it because you have something that you're trying to achieve. And you might get a woman while you're trying to achieve something that you're trying to do. And I think if you put that first, everything else will line up.
Yeah, that be dudes. Another issue that dudes have is they do shit secretly, even though they may not outright admit it. They do shit, for the express purpose of trying to attract a woman. And I'm here to tell you, I don't ever necessarily try to go out of my way to do anything to attract women.
That's low energy, right? That's low energy.
I never have. And somehow I still get women. I don't go out and buy clothes with the intention of attracting women. As a matter of fact, if you look at the way I dress, you'd be like, I know that nigga don't get no pussy. Not dressing like that. Not that I dress bummy, but I'm not into name brands and fashions and all that shit. So you'll never catch me in a pair of them boots that you seen on Kevin Samuel's show with the word on the back. You know what I'm saying? You won't see me with no Prada glasses and no shit like that. Now that don't mean I ain't paid, motherfucker.
Chelsea boots.
But I'm just on chill mode. You understand what I'm saying? I don't go get my hair cut because I'm trying to attract a woman. I know that women gonna look at me and be like, damn, he look good. His hair, he groomed correctly. I go get a motherfucking haircut because I get tired of looking like Wolverine.
If a woman reaches age 30 and is unmarried, something's wrong with her.
I don't go work out because I'm trying to get a six-pack to attract bitches. I work out because I'm 46 years old, motherfucker, and I'm trying to live till I'm 96. It ain't got nothing to do with shit.
Man, this sounds like a woman saying, I don't put on makeup to get men. I put on makeup to make me happy. That's cap, man.
But that's cap on women's behalf.
I think women put on makeup because they want to look good to other women. Don't have anything to do with men.
Here go the game right here. When you doing things for yourself, it's obvious to women that you doing it for yourself because you ain't paying them no fucking attention.
Well,
Welcome to the Sir Ism Show. This show is all about male masculinity, female femininity, and being a real goddamn man. Holding yourself accountable, knowing everything is on you. Guys, it's not gonna be easy. But this show will keep you 100% real when it comes to women and relationships. Welcome to the Macosphere, the no cap zone, the no BS zone. Get off your phone and go outside and knock you a nice young bitch, Jack. Something like that. You can put your flavor into it. Just a little real spill. No chilly cold blood. Yo, Sirism, spit that shit. Stay up while you put that game down. I'll see you at the top, Jack. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where a lot of dudes go wrong is they not doing it for themselves. They doing it for the woman. Like I didn't go and get into the profession that I'm in with intentions of making more money so I can have more women. Hell no, I got into it so I can make more money faster so I can retire and ain't gotta work. It ain't got nothing to do with women. But what I do understand is that the things that I do as a man, women will find attractive. I understand that. But that don't necessarily correlate or mean that the things that I'm doing it with the intention of attracting women. I just know that they're gonna find it attractive.
But all right, so let me ask you and Pastor a question. Now just speak on an innate level, right? On a base level. What is the motivation for a man to succeed in life?
Well, for me, it's to have a good life. And and then after that is going to be dependent upon what any one man defines as having a good life. Me, I just want to live comfortably, not have to worry about no bills, and be able to do the things that I enjoy. And it really don't take a whole lot to satisfy me.
I'm just thrown off by these pictures that he has going on right now. What was that question again, man? I'm like, what's going on? Sir Ism, what's going on, man?
You got hypnotized.
Trying to pay attention to stuff, and he just throwing up naked women?
I know that's right. I mean, it should be clear to anybody who got any fucking common sense that hoes and strippers and sex workers, the last thing they thinking about is fucking.
To me, man, it's about your purpose, and you won't never hear me go off of that. Why I do things is to piggyback from what he just said. Is definitely to make sure that I can have a comfortable life. Second thing is going to be for a legacy. I don't plan on having kids, so I mentor young black men into high-end sales. So I believe each one teach one. Third thing is
wait, brother. What's high-end sales? What's high-end sales?
High-end sales, you're like business to business, those type of things, to where, because most time when I ran into young black men, they thought about sales as you doing like insurance or car sales. They didn't know that you can go work at Nabisco and literally sit on the phone and call up a grocery store and say, hey, let's do a BOGO next week. And you do that, and that's a sales job. You just simply soliciting, and you just sending them out their product. You just managing that supply chain to where it gets to the grocery store. One of my main guys that I mentor is making $160,000 a year doing that right now. Even I didn't know that was a sales job. I was like, whoa, I thought that was more administrative.
Just using mouthpiece.
Yeah, just using mouthpiece.
So it ain't about jawline. It ain't that he's 6 feet tall and he got a 6-pack. He using mouthpiece to make money. Go ahead, Pastor. Let Pastor keep going. Go ahead.
6 figures for talking on the motherfucking phone.
That's it. 6 figures. And it's not like it's a hard job. He works from like 10 to about 4. I work from like 10 to about 2. But once again, it's about me going out, meeting with my accounts. I go out for about 3 hours on a day. I meet with my accounts, talk to them, and then I'm sitting back at my house working on our podcast. But my podcast is my vision and my goal, and that's why I do it, because I want to actually reach young men to let them know that you can be successful here in America, and it's not always about bitches. It's about what you can get out of life, and the more you can get out of life, everything else will follow you at that point in time. You can have the women, the cars, the money. You can have all the success you want to, but you got to do it in a holistic way, and that's what I talk about, and that's what it is about for me. Yeah, it's about.
I need to.
Wait. Hold on 1 second, Top. I want Pastor to say what his channel about and all that. You got the flow right now. Go ahead, brother.
Well, our channel is Maspinations Network Ministries, and yes, we are a real church. We have a real 501c. We started a ministry because I know tax code, because that's what I come from. I come from financial planning, so I know how to work through things. So we started the church, and our flagship show is Figuring Ish Out, and that comes on Thursdays at 7:30, and then we do something called Grown, Sexy, and Foolish that comes on Tuesday at 9:30, where we bring on the women and we talk about relationship dynamics, the man-woman dynamics, and how those things work. But that's what we do. So on Thursday, it's all men. We talking cash money shit about man stuff. And on Tuesday, we do it with the women, and we're going to be rolling out 3 or 4 more shows coming up in the next year.
Are those Eastern times?
Yes, ma'am.
Check your channel out.
Yeah, go check him out, man. Because I called him, and he had some players up there. They be having their own little church, and they had their little drinks and things. And he got
we're a drinking church.
Yeah, and then I went on the channel. I went on the channel trolling him. He was like, "Man, my microphone been messing up." I'm like, "It's too loud." And this is my first time going over there, right? They're like, it's too loud. And then I say, oh, now it's too low, right? And then another dude, he was like, man, we got all this equipment. We trying to get our channel together. I say, now dude too close to the camera. Tell him his face is too close. They like, who the fuck is this Sir Ism? So I've been fucking with him. But I like them. And they some cool cats. You know what I mean? Real gentlemen, smooth players trying to help some younger brothers. So I'm glad that he pulled up. And this is what I'm trying to do, have brothers of like mind, even brothers of different opinion. You can pull up in the Magosphere and we talking manhood, masculinity, female femininity. Look like you want to say something, Khadijah. Go ahead, baby.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask him to put his link in the back so I could put it in the chat because I don't know if he has a wrench or not.
Yeah. Somebody.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
All right, So I wanted to ask Pastor. He's in the sales, right?
Yes, sir.
So when it comes to sales, how important is tapping into your sexual energy into actually being good at sales?
Everything we care.
You got sex on the brain.
You want that? But he said, if you ain't got that pop value, man, he don't want it.
I'm serious.
You don't satisfy man.
No, I'm serious. No, listen. No, Pastor. Don't laugh. Let me be serious, Pastor.
I got a question for you, Terrence. Think about that question that you just
Put your channel in the back, Pastor.
Think about that question that you just asked Pastor when he doing a deal with other men.
Just listen, because you ain't let me ask the question, Ty. I'm reading this book right now called How to Think and Grow Rich. And Napoleon Hill was talking about the most important part of sales is harnessing your sexual energy and transmuting it.
Yeah, that kind of mean like you have to ignore the fact that you want to fuck and use that energy otherwise. That's what transmutation means.
But I'm saying it's still sexual energy.
I'm not one of these Yu-Gi-Oh! Marvel comic channels, man. I don't know what you niggas talking about. What the hell?
Stop hating on Yu-Gi-Oh, man.
Super Saiyan. That's all I know.
Super Saiyan.
Yu-Gi-Oh made me rich.
He said Yu-Gi-Oh made me rich. Crypto made me rich. Get on.
That crypto, the bottom done fell out of that crypto. We're going to have another conversation with that.
Sir, Ism.
No. I'm on
everything.
Wait a minute, Top. Don't do it.
Everything down, brother. Everything down except for gas.
I got you.
Gas is up.
Can I say something, Top? Listen to me, brother. Me and you ain't did a show in a minute. It's been over 6-7 months. Maybe you come in and we'll do a little crypto. And I got a couple other players, Mike Shinnery, he's in the crypto. And maybe we'll do a little crypto something over here because I'm trying to learn. I had about 400-500 in there because Commandant Lou kept sending me Bitcoin Cash App. So he might have gave me about 50, 60, $100. So I invested a little when I get my Cash Apps. But I've seen it go up, go down, and we'll learn the ins and outs of it. And let's just do a little stream on that. You know what I mean? Okay, we done almost 3 hours. Let's let everybody go around the horn and get our final words in. Y'all go ahead one at a time. Y'all got the flow.
I appreciate you for having me on, and I appreciate you brothers for explaining, what you guys believe and doing it in a concise way.
We appreciate you pulling up here in the Magosphere. Terrence pulled up first time on my Warriorism. We do that, and we do play-by-play. Plus, we, pull up and talk sports. Then we funny over here. We serious. We players. We max. We gentlemen. We work on mental health. We work on, brothers, your physical health. We work on your mouthpiece is very important. Your psychosis on the batch is very important. Anybody want to go next? Look like Pastor is there. Go ahead, Pastor.
Man, I'm going to always talk about vision and purpose. And that's something that I always talk to young men about. So you got to learn how to craft your vision and purpose, write it down, make it plain, and you work on that each and every day until you get it to where you can communicate that with other people, and you communicate with other people what you're trying to achieve. And then once you start doing that, you'll find that everybody will be willing to help you to get to where you want to go. But something else that you got to do, you got to be willing to help other people get what they want at the same time. So when I learn my vision and my purpose, I always ask everybody, what is it you do, and how can I help you to get to where you want to go? And that's why I'm here right now with my boy Islam, because I believe in supporting, I believe in helping, and I donated my own money towards this channel at the same time. Because if we all make it at the top together, we can celebrate. But if only one makes it, everybody else is the crab in the barrel. So, and I don't have that mentality. So let's all make it. So vision, purpose, make it plain, and you'll get everything that you want to get on the way up.
Man, I couldn't have said it no better, man. We appreciate you pulling up here in the Macclesfield, man. Don't be a stranger. I'm going to pull up on your panel next time, man. I just be running around. I'm going to catch you players next time, and I'm going to make sure I pull up. And I'll be the young dude was like wondering what was up with me. He like, He don't know I'll be just cracking jokes with him. The little young player. What's his name in there?
You talking about Amari, but I got a show that I probably want you to do with us on a Thursday night. So I see that you have your email in there. I'll email you. It's going to be foolishness. So everybody, when draft night comes up, we're going to have some foolish things going on, and I want you to be a part of that, sir.
All good. But don't just invite me on the foolish night. I can be serious, too.
We need you for the foolishness.
Well, I'm glad. Did you get your YouTube calendar yet? Because you be forgetting stuff.
He's going to hit me up, Miss Secretary Khadijah. Miss Khadijah is trying to move up in the Macclesfield. She worked in the mailroom. She thought she was the co-host, but I told her to get a broom.
I am the co-host. When you don't even know who your own co-host is, child.
And now she's the secretary. I'm about to make her take dictation, so I got to get you players up out of here. You understand me? Top, you got the flow.
Well, I just like to say first and foremost, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's called the TOP Cast. Bring your auntie. And I'm currently hiring young ladies for broom duty. You know what I'm saying? If you're a witch, I won't get mad or won't be surprised if you try to fly away. But come check me out. I'm live every Monday, or at least most Mondays. Like Sir Ism said, we haven't done a show together in a while. The next show that we're looking forward to doing, we're gonna do a little something about crypto, put you young fellas on, and some of you older fellas. Maybe you learn something, maybe you won't. But you can follow me on Instagram also, The Incredible TOP, and come fuck with me. Appreciate you, Ism. Miss Khadijah, don't let me catch you out there with them heels and them hoops on, girl.
No. I'm gonna come out in my nun habit.
This what y'all want? Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
I'm gonna look at you. I'm gonna look at you with that look and have my hand out, girl.
I'm gonna come out in my habit. I'm gonna have my habit on. I'm gonna be fully covered. You ain't gonna be able to see nothing, and I'm gonna have my chastity belt on.
Yeah, it's all right. I know you're gonna be naked underneath.
Okay, Ism, you can come back now. Messy hair.
Naked underneath down there, enjoys a little bit of sweat sheen on you.
No, I'm gonna have my Jesus cross on and everything. Okay, I'm gonna be like Celine out here.
All right, you get your holy water too.
I got my holy water too. Throw a little bit of it on you.
Still bite your motherfucking ass. All right, Ism, stop playing. He be killing me with the love connection shit. Yo, Ism is a fool.
This has been y'all's favorite co-host.
This is how you do it, young man. It's very easy. It ain't that complicated. Stop being a fucking scary ass nigga. Tell that goddamn woman what's on your mind. All she can do is say no.
And stop being weird too.
Don't mean that you don't look at her and tell her, damn girl, why you got them titties up there like that in my face? You want me to act like I can't see him, and then you hit her with the bug eyes. You know what I'm saying? You act like I can't see the motherfucking titties up there. You need to put the motherfuckers up. Trying to entice me to act like a fool. Buy me a drink.
Join none mode, ladies.
Join some mode, ladies.
No, Topcast. You know what? You were behaving so well when you first got here, and now you're just showing out.
Oh, hush your mouth. I'm behaving like I be behaving.
Ism, you gonna come back or nah? Because you be abandoning your own show.
Ism off the chain with the love connection shit.
He don't even be doing it right. I told him to leave it to me and Topaz.
Hey, Ism, this is what you gotta do, man. You gotta get the old school love connection on audio with the music. from the game show. Anyway, Miss.
Well, I guess y'all have a good rest of y'all day.
I know that.
Because they don't look like y'all uncle coming back.
Anyway, Miss Khadijah, you have a nice afternoon, okay?
You too.
The man is speaking.
I'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Peace, Ansel.
The man is speaking. Peace.
This has been y'all's favorite co-host. Y'all have a good day or a good night, wherever you may be.